control, the one thing you can pretty much rely on me for is I will make a friendly color wheel.
That is true. And that, yes, that's Ranior.
I, I have a very predictable tendency to do that. So
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Aaron, of course, known over on Board Game Arena as webberaj. And as always, if you just stumbled across this video on YouTube or this is your first time to the stream, I will just give you a quick overview of what you're about to see today. So Open Table is an all-player commentary stream. Today I'm joined by 3 other players from the expert Terra Mystica community. I'll introduce them in a second. I have an absolutely stacked table today, which is I'm really excited about. We're going to be talking about a game openly, so sort of playing open hand Terra Mystica, even if it means throwing our own game a little bit. The point is just to sort of share strategy, have fun for the benefit of viewers and chat and stuff like that. So if you have questions or thoughts on our own game piece, feel free to just post those in chat and we'll try to respond accordingly. But without further ado, let me introduce the fine folks I've got around the table today. I've got Ranior back on stream from the USA, Juho Snellman, who I've listed from Switzerland, but I've actually was corrected earlier, is from Finland, as well. Xevoc from Finland too. So welcome back to the stream, guys. It's amazing to have you back.
thanks much for having us.
Yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, thanks.
As always, chat, let me know if folks' audio levels need to come up or down relative to one or other. Let me jump over to the game board and show you the settings we've got for today. We've decided to actually just go with like super vanilla settings. So we're actually just going to play base game. Obviously, auction, variable turn order, mini expansions, on all that kind of stuff. Landscapes are going to be off, and all the fire and ice stuff is off. Yeah, so if that's good with you guys, we can get this underway. Hey, George. Hey, Ryan. Welcome, welcome. Rainier, do you want to do the honors?
I guess, yeah, we got a game here. Dwellings, early spades, that's usually good for kind of everybody. Big buildings in 3 is some factions like that, so we'll see. And then we have trading post, temple trading post, which is kind of a lot of building up in the late game. So, I mean, it looks kind of... I mean, this track looks good for the generic game plan of everybody. You build out a bunch of dwellings and dig early, and you build up kind of late. There's a lot of coins on the cult rewards. There's some fire cult rewards. Not a lot of spade. Only one spade cult reward, but there's a passing spade. So nothing looks particularly tight. The pass tiles are going to be okay for scoring. We got 2. But most people aren't going to want the trading post one until round 4. Yeah, that's kind of... we're missing the big building tiles. Yeah, that's going to make it maybe a little worker short. We're missing worker power, so... I guess, yeah, that's kind of the other big thing. There's not a lot of great tiles to start on. Some faction will like to start on the spade. Somebody will like temp ship. Somebody probably likes the priest, but first seat's going to have to be happy with just coins, which they certainly can be sometimes. But
yeah, that makes sense. Xevoc, I'm so shocked to see you throw in nomads. Do you want to break that down for our viewers?
Yeah, like I enjoy playing nomads with Earth 2, so that is my plan. Taking nomads, then accumulating massive amounts of workers for round 4, then building a lot of trading posts, and then with the worker production you get from that economic favor, you can build 2 temples round 5, and then 2 more trading posts.
Right.
6. So that is the game plan, and I think that game plan requires a lot of workers. So I think plan would be to take 2 favor, and then try to get coins actions to like get it rolling, and stronghold on round 3, and maybe if I have enough economy, also sanctuary round 3.
Right.
I think that's like a believable game plan for Nomad.
Yep, totally. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, what I'm thinking here for C2 is probably... So, Dwelling Rush Witches and mermaids, and round 4 spades is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, that's not round 4 spades. Crap.
Right.
Reading it. But I still love Dwelling Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, do you actually get temp ship from second seat?
But
Obviously, spade goes first.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you want to guarantee a dwelling rush, you can pick mermaids. Well, that's not a guarantee, but it is like even with the ship scoring, you might be able to do a dwelling rush.
Yeah, or the witches
With
and
the
advanced
priests.
shipping on the. Yeah, they're guaranteed a dig temp ship or a priest, so kind of doable.
A dwelling rush seems really strong here because the first round is the only dwelling round.
Mm-hmm.
So it is even stronger than normally here.
Yeah, absolutely. What other factions would take temp ship here? Like my thought is like at mermaids in second seat get temp ship as long as witches or Orin aren't in. Because if witches or Orin are in, I think they might snap it up. But otherwise, most other factions want a priest.
Alchemists.
Oh, alchemist, but alchemist just want
Well,
a priest. Yeah.
The priest. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, they're
But
always getting priest.
Darklings might take temp ship if they want to do a dwelling rush, like Darklings can do in the north. They can like place 4 dwellings there with temp ship.
It's true.
I agree that Dwelling Rush seems very good, though, in a game that has quite a few coins on the pass tiles, the only one dwelling round 1, coins on the cult track, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the mermaids are actually pretty the safe one, because if you don't get the temp ship, you at least get the power anyway for
Double dig.
digs, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible that Darklings, if they are in game, they could start C1, and then you cannot get like so easily the dwelling rush. But we will see that in the auction.
Well, these are good factions.
Are we just gonna end up with Mend here, Ranior? We're already joking that this is like the most vanilla setup, and we've got mermaids and nomads so far. And you and I that both demand a tidy color wheel. I don't know.
I'm strongly tempted to take gray here and just ensure a good color wheel. But
take dwarves for fun. They are more fun than engineers.
Well, so that's what I was saying. Dwarves are interesting here, I think.
Really?
I don't think they're great here, but I agree. I think they're more interesting to put in than engineers. Now, again, if this was TM Tour, I mean, obviously people wouldn't even be making these picks. You'd slam engineers, I think, without a doubt. But I think dwarves have a game. I don't think they're like so far out, and we have auction, right? Like, I mean, you're gonna have to bid them a bit, but I don't think it's like 20 points. It's like maybe 10-ish. I don't know. Maybe it's worse. I mean, the ship tiles are certainly not what you want to see, and I guess there's no workers on the tiles, so it is kind of gross. The more I'm talking about it, the more I'm talking myself out of it.
You'll get one fire worker probably going into round 4. Let's face it.
I also kind of don't want to put in engineers because it's just so it can be so wild. Although I guess it depends on what you throw in. If you don't actually throw in any brown or black, and nobody's going to be engineer's friend over in the east, that would be wild. But
I can say, like, if you pick dwarves, the believable opening for them, what I see would be like taking the priest tile, then taking maybe fire 1 favor, and throwing the priest to fire. It is good priest, you get like full rewards like 3 times.
Yep, true. But then you're stuck with fire 1 as dwarves. I don't know.
I agree. I feel like you could produce way too many coins this game as dwarves, especially. I mean, that temple
is that bending over a little bit.
5 cults come so late, admittedly, but there's so many coins that are going to be in the game.
Yeah.
You cannot have too many coins. It's impossible.
Dwarves
You see,
sometimes
you
have.
say that, but dwarves, I think dwarves really could here. Like, you're gonna send your priest to the cults anyhow. If you take fire 1, like, what are you passing for this game? You don't want the ship's tiles,
No,
so
you're just
like
passing on
you're
coins every
passing
round or a
you're
spade.
passing for coins. Exactly, you're passing for coins often. You're gonna get earth cult coins. You're gonna get cult coins at the end of round 5. You're gonna have fire 1. You're gonna build trading posts in round 4. Like, I think there's a way dwarves have way too many coins, but maybe not. I do think doors are going to be really worker tight because I don't know. I don't think they're getting digs early as part of the problem, right? Like you're not. If I do throw in dwarves, I'm not convinced dwarves get.
You can start double temple with dwarves, like take earth one,
That's
earth
the
2,
dream.
fire 1.
Okay, yeah, that is fun.
Oh, so take start on the priest, get a worker's action, open earth 1, fire 1, first priest to fire. That's the new game plan for dwarves.
All right, I'm just gonna throw them in. Whatever, somebody can deal with it.
I don't really want to throw in Darklings, do I? Because I just refuse to build Sanctuaries in round 3, as seen on last Fjord season.
You can consider the brown factions if you don't like the black ones.
Yeah, but I'm not probably allowed to throw in Cultists. That's boring.
Halflings are not boring.
Halflings are not boring. And that's the
Yeah,
other way
halflings are
I
fine.
can play brown without people making fun of me. I'm now a Halflings player.
Alchemist also, I think, is fine. I don't think they're
totally.
great here, but I think Alchemist is okay.
Yeah, especially like if you start with a spade, both the brown and black are really good with the spade.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are all viable options actually here. Do alchemists get a ship start? So for alchemists, and then it's one of these gross things. As alchemists, am I taking, if I ended up on alchemist, would I actually take the priest and give dwarves the spade? I hate to do that.
I think if you start alchemists, you would probably like take the spade.
Yeah, you'd have
and
to
start from C1, and then you would like either bridge your ship to B2, B3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only responsible thing to do. Warming up to
Halflings with a spade, starting in F5.
100%. I went on a whole big rant about this in my last, in a recent stream, about how broken that is. That a dig is 2 digs for brown in round 1. And,
yeah, that is super strong. Like, but I believe like halflings and mermaids are probably the best here. Mermaids have they can open with the dwelling rush. Halflings can get the spade and really good opening. So
Yeah.
I see those two as the best.
Yeah, I strongly agree. Mermaids are very likely getting temp ship, which means they can start E4 and get up to C1. Nobody's going to stop them from expanding where they want to. They're going to have neighbors because of nomads. There's the ship scoring tile in a game that we think has a lot of coins potentially. Like, I agree. I like mermaids a lot.
No color neighbor dwarves are the 40 faction here, though. Then, right?
No, I think nomads are not like there is a brown in the game. Like
yeah,
but okay, but that's the thing, though. Are we actually saying nomads? Like, I don't know. It's a rare day. I hesitate to call nomads a 40 faction. I've learned my lesson to not underestimate them.
Nomads are much worse than like otherwise if they don't get the middle town. Like, of course, it depends where they start. I think halflings can start double east here, and if they start double east, nomads are very nice. And I think it's like 50-50 whether they will start double east or middle east.
Double east, yeah, I don't know.
I love double east start as halflings. That's really strong. It is usually much stronger than Middle East, but the problem is that nomads are also stronger then. So it depends on the auction whether you can afford to start double east.
Halflings time. Kind of still like mermaids for a minute, but I think all this stuff probably comes down a bit.
It's gonna have to all come down a little. I agree. Part of the like both mermaids and halflings have like very safe, robust openings because they get dwellings down.
Yeah.
Both nomads and dwarves, I think the real problem is both nomads and dwarves are essentially like, what's their round one and who's getting screwed in round two in terms of expansion / digs. Like, somebody might get a passing spade, somebody might get double dig. I don't know who it's gonna be. And one of nomads or dwarves potentially is gonna be fairly sad, I think, about their expansion at the end of round two. But I don't know who it is yet.
Yeah, like I think there is some risks that halflings take the single spade and the spade, and the mermaids take double spade. In those cases, they can both open Dwelling Rush, and in those cases, neither dwarves nor nomads get a spade. So they have to open without a spade.
Is that better for halfling? Like if you start on F5 and you take 2 spades, you don't have enough workers to temple and get those dwellings out. So then you're going TP. Your end of round 1 is TP 4 dwellings. Is that better than just like saving your power for maybe, I don't know, maybe a shot at double dig in round 2 and just a temple for like probably just Earth 2?
I would prefer Dwelling Rush, but not by much. But in this setup, like the first round is Dwelling round, and you don't have a Dwelling round after that. I would prefer Dwelling Rush for halflings as well.
But isn't, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the difference like you can build 2 dwellings in a temple, or don't build the temple and you get 1 more dwelling?
You get 2 more dwellings.
He's double east.
Oh, you're double east. You're double east. Right.
Yeah. He's talking. Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Of course, there is a small risk here that if mermaids start east, G6, it might be crazy, but they might start there and dig G5, and that might be really interesting.
I've heard you threaten to do that for a long time, Xevoc. You're on the. It'll happen one of these days.
Like it is entirely possible. I think they can start E4, secure like tons of nice hexes for the Dwelling Rush, and then start G5, G6, and mess everything up in the east, and still town and connect. That's possible.
Well, except with dwarves in the game, isn't that dangerous? Dwarves take H6 on you potentially.
They might, but then you take H7.
Oh, you just double
I10,
H7 and go to I10.
and then connect. Well, the connection is slightly tricky, but I think it's possible. Like, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Whoa. Double east brown with G6 mermaids. That is...
Yeah, the G6 would be like throwing a wrench to the like otherwise peaceful east.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you're bidding only 20 points for the mermaids, and then it's a big risk to take. Like,
yeah, I agree.
well,
I feel like it's a thing you talk about more than you do, but who knows?
So why are we thinking that halflings get 1 spade power action here? Like, dwarves should get a leech somewhere.
I guess it depends what is the dwarf plan, what they will open. Yeah, that's true. Like, dwarves might get a leech, but they might not, also not, like, depending on what the others do. Nomads might not upgrade next to dwarves.
Well, yeah, that's true. Dwarves might not. Mermaids, I don't know where they... Oh, mermaids aren't upgrading, right, if they're doing a Dwelling Rush. Yeah, so dwarves don't get leech until halflings upgrade next to them or build a dwelling next to them on G5, E10, like...
Probably not. I mean, yeah, that's the...
So they're hoping to wield a 4 power action in their second turn, or in their second move, which would either be workers or single spade, basically, for a tunnel, a second temple, or a dig, I guess.
Probably. I mean, dwarves maybe as dwarves you just settle for a lame round 1 and a quick pass to get double dig into.
I don't think so. I think nomads want to give dwarves the leech if they have the possibility. Because,
yes, but
they don't want to give halflings the option here.
Yeah, but what nomads would have to place E8
yeah.
if they don't want to place, and they would have to upgrade E8 which they might not want to upgrade either. So that there is like
I agree. It's really tricky. I feel like if I'm Nomads, I really want to be templating on D3 in case I want to Sanctuary in round 3.
Juho, are you saying a different line here?
I'm thinking dwarves probably start H6 rather than 6.
Really?
oh, that is interesting. I always think that F6 is kind of given for dwarves.
I mean, they're basically equivalent except for who you get your leech from.
I guess it depends whether the halflings
because
double
I
east
don't
or
think
not.
mermaids are in G6, right?
Oh.
If they are, but they might not be. I wouldn't say that mermaids are guaranteed to be G6.
No, but what I'm saying is that they are not in G6, so F6 is actually a garbage space. The only persons next to it are going to be the halflings who are also next to H6.
Yeah, but halflings, if they start double east, you leech a ton in F6.
Yeah, if it's double, but I think the thing is you get to see, so you place on E7, halflings place both of their dwellings, and then if halflings are double east, you can F6 on expose on your second placement. Otherwise, if it's just F5, then is the argument if halflings are F5, you H6 here, because you'll actually get more power that way? Because you would, if they G5 into H7, you actually get 2 power, and then you just tunnel over to F5 later, or F6 later. Is that the argument?
And the argument is that I think nomads probably go a G4.
Yeah, nomads might place there just for the leech, but nomads have some other options as well. Like mermaids are guaranteed to open Dwelling Rush, and they are guaranteed to come to A4. So A5 is okay for nomads because they will get a neighbor.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, is it time to bid nomads?
You don't believe in dwarves?
I think I might believe in nomads more than dwarves, but I'm not sure.
I mean, you're right that, like, my concern with nomads is what is their round 1, but I also have the exact same concern for dwarves here. I just don't, like, I actually don't know, and I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are here. With dwarves, I assume your options are, well, let's give them all the options. 2 workers for a second temple, and then no power for spades into round 2. Pray you get on the bonus spade or single spade the following round. I don't know. Double temple. Single spade comes back to you, so you just like earth 2 and get down a dwelling and pass for something. Or build a temple and pass quickly onto like 5 to 7 coins and open round 2 with double dig. Like, those are the options I see for dwarves, and none seem particularly great. But, like, so I guess my questions are, do you guys see, any of you see anything else for dwarves? And if not, then, like, how do you rank order those options for dwarves?
I think dwarves' dream is that somehow, you're going to get the leech to single dig, and then halflings are going to feed you a decent amount of leech, hopefully upgrading next to you, and you somehow single dig and still have time to, like, pass first for double dig or something. I mean, it seems unlikely, but could you ever get away with that? Single dig, temple, priest to a cult, and still pass first and get enough leech for double dig? Probably not. That's probably crazy.
Well, where are you sending your first priest to a cult? Because if you... Oh, wait a second.
Just sending it to Earth.
Yeah, you just send it to Earth. So if you take Earth 2, that priest to Earth comes with 4 power. So that, I mean, that does help.
Yeah, you're still probably not actually getting enough leech for the line I just said, and I'm not. I mean, mermaids are going to have a fairly long round, is the theory. They're going to take 6 actions. Halflings are after you, so yeah, it's really. I mean, dwarves might be able to technically do what I just said, do a 4 action round pass first, but I'm not convinced you have enough, I guess, power to get double dig.
Terra Steel.
It's possible that...
Go ahead, Xevoc.
And I'm still not sure you get single dig, so.
Yeah, it's possible that nomads have a short round as well. They might or might not get a spade. They build a temple. They might pass after building the temple.
Yeah, I agree. Nomads don't necessarily have a ton to be doing either.
So one of those is passing super early for the double dig.
But
the other will have to do something.
But are nomads even getting enough leech for double dig in round 2?
If they don't take a power action for sure, they will like mermaids will feed them like at least 4 leech, maybe more.
Oh, right, of course. You're building a temple on D3, and then yeah. It's a
Yeah.
Terra Steel has an interesting line in chat. I don't know if you guys are keeping an eye on chat at all, but it's a little funky, but I actually don't hate it. Normally I hate half the ideas that my chat provides, but Priest to Fire, Double Temple, Water 2, Earth 2.
Oh, for dwarves. I mean, playing culty dwarves this game does probably make sense.
You get your worker, you get your power.
If mermaids are actually gonna...
Dwelling Rush?
Mermaids are Dwelling Rush, they're not gonna have priests. And nomads and halflings are probably gonna need some priests for shipping or dig advances kind of early, so...
Totally.
Dwarves double temple plus water too. You can play a culty dwarves game at the very least.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I would still rather take, if you want the fire step, I would still take fire 1 in front of water 2.
I think I agree.
Water 2 is kind of cool, but besides being cool, there is no water rewards in this like cool track.
I agree, and then mermaids have, well, I don't. Yeah, I agree. I'm not convinced water 2 is good enough here, but
Yeah, you get some like style points, but
style points.
Get some points.
Not real points. Those are some low.
I'm
Go ahead, Ranior.
Yeah, I'm not convinced there's real points here for some of these factions, but I am getting close to just taking dwarves.
I mean, mermaids are Who did the last fighting on mermaids? Really?
Me and Juho. I mean,
we have to
basically make it up in round 1 as soon as you dwelling rush, and then you have all these workers.
We have to wait this though to. I still think that this 40 victory point auction is playing mind games with people. So let's wait this down to 30 victory points. So dwarves are sitting here at 30 VP, and mermaids have been bid down to 9. That's lots. Dwarves have no color neighbors.
I think it's roughly correct. Yeah, I still think it's roughly correct.
I mean, it isn't the...
I think this is like... at least the Nomad beat is kind of... It is a great faction for that value if the Halflings take double east. But otherwise, I think Dwarves are a better deal. So it depends on what Halflings will decide. Whether... dwarves should be taken now or not.
I'll put dwarves in. I'll suffer with them or do glorious things.
I was just about to ask whether there's any chance that halflings actually go with the temp ship. I don't think there is, but that's the one thing that
interesting.
Made the mermaids overpriced.
Right.
Like even if halflings take temp ship, mermaids take the ship VP and they get 6 dwellings down or down to they rebuild 4 dwellings. So even then mermaids are great.
Yeah, no, I agree. Mermaids just have a guaranteed robust opening here. Like you just...
Alright, so I'm probably just doing the super normie thing of just E6 and F5. I mean, what does...
I think that's very defensible.
I think it makes sense. It's just leech. I probably just get to the north here. Yeah, this is okay.
There's always slight network problems potentially if you do this.
Oh yeah.
Also, I mean, network-wise, are you actually wanting to contest nomads, mermaids, dwarves, colorless dwarves? I don't even know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I think double east is stronger for halflings, but you can try this. The north is kind of now I have more pressure to start A5, so I don't lose the race north. And you might lose the race there. And I think this is hurting both of us by starting in the middle.
Right.
I might not even start G4 because A5 securing A5 might be more valuable than getting the like 2-3 leech from G4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean you lose, and the downside is you lose. You'll never get G4 then, but you'll have enough other hexes presumably this game. That,
Yeah,
you won't
yeah,
miss it too
like yeah,
much.
I think both of them are like decent options.
Yeah.
But if I start G4, then I have to rush to B2, which might be doable, but it is sometimes difficult to afford the ship advance.
Yeah, for sure.
I was trying to think of whether there was anything but D5 that
Right.
was useful here, but
I guess
Eight-
H4 technically.
I occasionally like
H4
H4 taking
is very
H5.
nice, but it was a try to get nomads to I7 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think H4 is okay. Then you could dig H5 and get I10.
Right, but I don't think nomads take I7 there.
No,
So-
you'd be waiting. You'd be waiting until dwarves eventually show up, and it's gonna take a while. So. But I mean, you also have a lot of neighbors out west currently, so like I probably just do what you do. But yeah, I mean, I think H4 is okay. I'm not sure there's anything else.
I mean, the mermaids are going to want all the leech they can get, so. Ooh.
Yeah.
Kind of a shame not starting E8 here, Xevoc, isn't it?
Why?
I don't know. I always feel like when both of those.
Mermaids are not upgrading.
Yeah, that's true. I guess they will eventually, but you're right. They're not going to round one.
Eventually,
They
but they
might
won't.
not even. Yeah, like who knows when.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
Yes.
enough.
Yeah, so I could G4 was the option I really had because that is guaranteed to leech. But I rather secure the north than take this 2 extra leech from G4. And now the question is like, do I take? I think the cult step coin is better than the other, but you also lose tempo if I want to raise dwarves to pass quickly. Then I would take the coin.
See, I actually usually think the extra coins are just better.
Yeah,
I think the cult step is better.
Really? Okay. What's the cult step getting you? I guess it's getting you like a worker. Well, like it's hard to. I guess it's a coin on Earth.
It is sometimes useful to wait a little bit so that you can get more leech to get a power action.
Yeah.
You need. That is useful.
Yeah.
And it also gives me options here. Like if I take the cult step, I can take the priest power action, put it to fire, even if dwarves put priest to fire.
Right.
Then that is like solid priest. So it is.
Yeah, it does give you some flexibility, and being able to slow yourself down by a turn can be helpful sometimes.
I'll just maybe try to do a really quick round and then double spade round 2.
Yeah, I don't love hearing that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, because you take the priest, I'm kind of guaranteed to have shorter round than you anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Upgrading over there, eh?
I mean, there's going to be more leech over here, right? Like, I mean, this is, I think, part of the problem with starting E6 half lanes. Like, I'm not convinced anybody has incentive to upgrade center.
Hmm.
Like, I'm just going to get more leech upgraded over here, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
at least similar.
I guess the question is for me right now is, do I want that priest? How many actions do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Xevoc's gonna pass first. I can give Ranior single spade, hope he takes it. He would have 1, 2, 3 more. You would still, yeah, you would pass first if I didn't take the priest. Which I might want you to do. I don't know how good that priest is. The problem is the priest is interesting here for me if I was taking Fire 1, but I think this is a pretty clear Earth 2 game for me, especially with temp shipping and all the coins. So I might just rather try to save my power for something next round. I'm not entirely sure what that is. So I'm just going to upgrade here. My hope here is that Ranior actually takes single spade this round. That way I could possibly get a spade next round.
Yeah, I have now the option of like actually taking single spade now. It's a dwelling round, so it's not all that bad. I also get 1 extra leech if I do that. Then if I take it, I cannot take the double spade next round, which at least not first action. So dwarves would probably then get it unless they waste their power this round.
Yeah, I think one of you guys takes single spade this round, the other gets double spade next round, and then I get single spade next round is sort of my guess.
Yeah. I'm just like pondering whether like the single spade would be worth it, because I would get dwelling down now instead of doing 2 next round.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to try to evaluate. I tend to lean too heavily on like just evaluating anything in round 1 as like very good, because the thing is it's like I guess you miss out on the second spade next round and 2 extra track points, but it comes with a whole extra worker.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, I think, in round 2. But I don't know.
Yeah, it is, and there is like other things as well there. Like, of course, it depends what Ranior does with his priest. But if I'm not committed into the double spade first action round 2, I can send priest to Earth instead, and that is strong priest.
Mm-hmm.
So that has also some value, being able to send that priest. I think I will actually take the single spade.
I think I would.
The question then is that do I take E3 or A6 or B2? They all are like valid options. A6 will give me even more tempo to beat halflings there. E3 will give me quick down. I think I'm a fan of this quick down, so maybe I will do this. Also more leech.
I like the quicker town and the extra power, I think.
Yeah.
So absolutely a fan of this plan.
Yeah, but mermaids were also beat down quite a bit, so.
Yeah.
I know, but it's this is going to do miracles for my economy. I think actually some leech here.
Yes.
I'm very tempted to just double temple, but I guess the theory is I also probably could get double dig if I just have a fast round, and so.
You cannot send your priest if you want that, so that is like the problem.
Oh, can't I? Like, you think you're seriously gonna get double? Like, can't I send the priest and still get double dig?
You mean? Oh, yeah. You can. Yeah, you can probably get the double dig next round. Yes. But
I
you
mean, yeah,
halflings
halflings is the concern, but like, I won't pass first. You'll pass in front of me, but I'll like that's not. I'm not too worried about you being able to double dig.
Yeah.
You're always passing before me, Ranior, because I'm building 2 dwellings.
Correct. Exactly. That's what I mean.
Oh,
like,
I see.
That's what we're saying. That's why like I can still send the priest and get a double dig here.
Oh yeah.
If that's what I want.
You can also fancy play, do double temple, double
That's
econ.
that's I'm very tempted to do that. That's my instincts really my instincts are that I want a double temple here. I just think having multiple priest production and going culty this game is still very good, but I might regret how slow I am at getting worker production going in a sec, but I'm gonna try it. Actually, you're never taking workers here though. I guess it doesn't matter what order I do this in. Yeah, I just lock in the workers if I want them.
Huh. Aren't you short of power for double dig? Next round?
I'm not getting double dig.
Oh, you were never okay. You're getting a ton of leech. You'll actually be close. I guess it's tempo though.
I guess I'll be close. Well, I mean, now I'm gonna be slow, right? I'm double tempo. Like you're gonna get double dig next round. That's part of my gift to you. My real hope is I'm getting your spade pastile. That's what I'm hoping. I think it might work because I think Juho might have to choose to build one dwelling, although he could potentially ignore the dwelling just to get the spade tile on me instead, so that would be annoying. But I think that's what I'm actually dreaming of.
I don't think I want the spade.
That's what I like to hear. So I think I might get the spade tile from you, Weber, and that's what's gonna make double temple really work. But if I don't, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm not sure I get any spade power actions. So like we're in a zone of who knows how this is gonna go for sure. Oh, I also need one more coin to do this. So I really probably don't have enough power to pull it off.
Yuho's getting Earth 2 blocked here.
That's true.
How can you ever survive with this worker shortage?
Yeah, I know. Classic round 1 Earth 2 rush.
That part is, yeah, that is a good.
It's the setup that makes sense. Xevoc's playing Nomad, so there's one copy guaranteed gone. Halflings in a high koi game, dwarves, coins, double temple, like
dwarves in a low worker high koi game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little bit inconvenient because I thought that part of Dig the Dwelling Rush that looked nice was coins were supposed to be abundant. But if everybody's overflowing on workers, then maybe the coins will be fought over, actually.
Yeah.
Coins are always fought over.
They will be still, yeah.
I will take coin power action as much as I can.
Yeah.
Gosh, am I just getting to pass onto
6 coins and double dig? Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, you are.
Gosh, I was feeling really bad about giving anyone the spade. My entire round 1 plan was taking the spade out of the first 2 rounds because I'm a jerk like that. But now I don't care.
I think this turned out quite nicely for you.
Yeah.
Me taking the single spade was like a boon for your game.
Well, I guess it was that, yes, because that took your. It was that and Ranior deciding the double temple.
We cleared the way for you to get double dig, so we're just nice guys.
So nice. Look at this leech. Oh.
Yeah.
But Juho is now like he might take the spade just because it has coins.
It's the best thing actually.
100%.
Right? There's nothing else here. Yeah, so I'm not getting it. I agree. There's no reason for me to get it.
So this is kind of rough.
Ship scoring is 3 points, so that is like.
Oh well, she scores 3 points and a coins power action, right?
But can you afford to give dwarves this good tile just for free? I think that's the question.
I agree. Once I started mapping it out,
I think the question is what do you do with the spade, and I think that would
It
be
is a
early
spade round.
round, right?
You get 2 points.
No, but I mean, well, okay, yeah, 2 points also, but like there is a very nice proto town here that wants one more dig, so I guess I can use the spade.
Yeah. You will need more digs.
You definitely could use the spade. I agree. Now, I do. I think there's slight value in like the coin's power action, but you might just get it anyhow. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if halflings take double spade first action, and I don't have enough power to first action coin, you might get it. Like it is like depending, I guess, what happens.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's not clear who's gonna get the coins this
And
round.
I have
The
16
ship
coins.
pile, he obviously would.
I have 16 coins. So do I take the coins action even? I don't know.
Probably not, but maybe. You just said that you were going to be contesting coins a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah. But am I that desperate? I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But well, I might take it like if I don't have to burn so much power. So maybe if I get some bleach or I use my cool step on Earth, maybe I would actually then consider coins.
Sorry, guys. I'm having thoughts. They're bad thoughts are entering my mind, and I'm trying to. So the crazy thought is double dig and a hard dig this round, and just take e5 and d4, and set up for a second temple there in a town at some point.
Why would you hard dig?
So that I can secure those hexes.
I think you can like e5. Mermaids might take it. Yeah.
Mermaids might take it, and I don't want to invest in d4. If I think if I double dig d4, I mean it's handy if I could also then beat you to a7 because it does reduce the shipping cost.
Do you want to hear even like more evil and maybe better idea?
Well,
Double dig g6.
G6 is the reasonable thing. I don't know how evil that is. That's just like I don't like Ranior doesn't care about that, right? Is that?
Really.
Yeah. It's not evil, but it is kind of like early towns are always great.
Yeah, I think that's the more. I mean, otherwise it's just e5 and g4, and e5 does nothing for me.
Like if you can secure the middle town without the hard dig, I think that's better. But like because you would have to use a hard dig for it, I think the like early town is better in that.
Yeah.
Although like you can also like g4 e5, but yeah, that is maybe worse than the early town.
Might be. That was my initial reaction, like thought going into this round was just to take those. But now I'm just wondering if G6 just makes the most sense. So there's it started off with E5 G4 as the default move, and then I was like, wait, G6 is just better here, and then I was like, but wait, there's more. What if I did something strange? But I don't like. I think I'm now pivoting back to probably just G6 is the most reasonable move.
Yeah, like double key town round 2, all of the cult rewards are useful. I think that is very powerful move. I would be super happy if you don't take the double key because then I might get it, but you probably want it.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, these are tricky decisions. If my clock was running down right now in a ranked game, I would just snap G6 and then think about this a lot later. That's the easy, kind of obvious move, but it does make the E6 dwelling placement kind of sad, which probably is just the truth. G4 allows me to ship to H5 quicker, so it actually allows for better expansion.
Yeah, E6 is not useless, it is still giving leech, so that has lots of value.
All right, I'll just do this. I mean, this is obviously very good. I shouldn't, I'm not complaining about this round 2. It's just like, is there something slightly sneakier and better?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know, right? Like, this seems very good, so.
Because the only other argument, the thing I was thinking about, and then it just felt wrong, like something, like, I don't know, something I would do and regret later, like my intuition is what held me back. But there was something about, do I just double dig D4 and then assume that I eventually get E5 or C3? Because mermaids would have to dig both, and it's like dwarves could tunnel to it. I don't know. And maybe that's, but the reason I didn't like this, because I think it's probably just fighting too hard for a town, and if I town with 3 hexes anyhow, it requires a sanctuary, which I'm not getting out next round anyhow. So then I'm building a sanctuary, not in a sanctuary round, and doing expensive digs, all just for a town, you know. So that's why it just, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
that's too much garbage. That's the indication that I need to just quit this plan and just do the normal thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
So mostly what I'm thinking of is where my trading post goes. I want it here in the west. E2 would be the nice one for leech, but it's also giving the leech to nomads, which I don't like. I kind of feel like B2 is going to take forever to actually happen. So bonanza for nomads.
Gotcha.
I'm just taking single dig before nomads do. The real problem is I actually don't know what hex I'm supposed to prioritize, because really I want 1,000,000 hexes.
Isn't this a very dwarves problem to have? I always find with dwarves,
Oh,
as
it
much
is.
I play gray on this map, it's like I never know which hex you want.
But I'm gonna get greedy. I'm gonna go for the upside. Go for F4.
Do you want to talk through your options there, Rainier, and like what was the safe versus
Yeah,
risky,
so
greedy? Like, there's a bunch of shit.
So E9 is probably the safest and also gets me closer to a town. But at this point, I don't think you actually have much reason to take E9 or D7 on me. The real threat was that you would try to 2-ship, go up to D7.
For sure.
You know, make 2 towns. But now that you're going G6 and towning anyhow, I don't think you care about those hexes. So I think I'm okay in the east. In the center, just taking D4, so I could like make you not think about that, and I can get to C2 is probably safer. Once again, I'm going to bet that you don't really want D4. And the upside of F4 is that I possibly beat nomads to G2, which gets me these, you know, grays that are hard to get to otherwise, or impossible to get to. So, but the problem of going for F4 and trying to get greedy to G2 is, yeah, I'm leaving other stuff hanging. And it's a lot of digs I need that are not clear when any of them are coming.
Was there ever a consideration to tunnel to G2 with that spade? Or is that way too expensive this early?
I don't love that. I mean, I think I'm tumbling this. I do think I'm tunneling this round. I think I'm doing a priest to a worker and doing 1 tunnel. I suspect that has to be worth it. Going priest to worker is always, you know, slightly sad, but like that's all I'm really doing. I'm sending my priests to fire cult, you know, next round, turning them into workers. So I'm going to produce enough priests this game that I'm going to convert a couple to workers directly, presumably. So.
Now, the question for me is, do I just take that first priest to air, or do I give myself 2 power and 2 coins? Normally, I would always just prioritize the power and the coins, but don't love you having that first priest to air, Ryan, and there are lots of coins.
I'm not even, for what it's worth, I'm not taking it. I'm honestly not rushing for the 3 spots. I think I need more economy. I'm debating sending it to Earth, but I actually think Earth is wrong for me, right? I took Fire 1 Dwarves. I really think I'm just slamming a Priest to Fire. I just think I really just want to make sure that I get 2. I think I want 2 of the spots on Fire. And maybe next round the Fire spots aren't going to be that contested, but I'm going to be pretty sad if I can't get 2 Priests on the Fire track, I think. Partly because at this point, like, it does look like you're probably going to take 2 key towns, so, like, I'm probably getting very few cult points from sending that priest to Earth, and I do partly still, like, try to make sure that I get at least a decent cult game here. We're opening double temple.
Yeah, I have some interesting calls here, like I can take coins or priests. Both are solid. I kind of need priests to advance my ships. And I would like to pass for the double spade, but I would like to use some power first, maybe, because I might leech. I don't know how much I'm going to leech, actually. Maybe I won't even leech. It might, yeah. I'm really indecisive what I should do here. I'm guessing I really want to double spade next round. I'm just wondering whether I should use E2 is one of the hexes, but should I use A6, G2? Both of them are kind of reasonable.
So I'm just stalling here. See if somebody gives me that leech.
And if you don't get any leech, are you burning to 4 here to get out of temple? I would assume you are, but I'm curious.
Not with workers.
Pardon?
I'll convert workers to coins, I think.
Really, you'd rather convert workers to coins than burn to 4?
Well, I will not burn to 4. Maybe I'll burn 1. But going to 4, that's such a crippling thing this early on. Like, it just you lose so much power to ending up at 0-4-0 or something like that.
Yeah, it does suck.
When you're passing and. Yeah, I do figure that a temple this round is a must. So I do need to get the ship upgrades at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to tunnel for sure, and then I really don't have that many choices for tunneling, so probably just H6. There's some more leech for you, Weber. We could continue to be great friends.
Gosh, do I just pass for double dig?
I can pass now, but I don't know. Like I'm expecting to get leads from Juho, so it would be a shame to throw that leech away. So I think I think coins might still be my best option. I have like 23 coins next round, but I also have big plans.
Yeah. I mean, Xevoc, you always have big plans. Your plans always require a lot of coins, and you're Earth 2 nomads.
Yeah, like Earth 2, like I need coins, and now I have the opportunity to secure that I have enough coins, but I might actually run out of workers. So that is bad, but I will risk it and take coins. I need coins. And then next round I will take coins again.
Oh boy, that's what I was saying. And now you're making it look like I should have got the dang spin tile. Mermaids should have taken the ship VP, so they could have got a coins action, and I would have been so much happier.
Oh yeah, but speed ruins us all, I think, here.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, it's hard to predict exactly how these things break. So this is just what multiplayer games are. There's constant little shifts of who's benefiting.
Alright, how did conversions work in this UI again?
You click on sorry, I do it automatically. I have a hard time thinking about it. You click on your like in the Power Bowl setup on your faction board, the little scroll that's showing you the 5 to a priest, 3 to a worker, 1 to a coin thing. I think that's lit up when it's your turn, and you can click on that, and then you'll get a pop-up. And you can burn tokens there, convert priests to workers and workers to coins, and then power to priests, power to workers, power to coins, all that kind of stuff.
Right. Alright, so need to take a favor. And well, I will need victory points from somewhere. So I think it's Water 1.
I think Water 1 has the additional benefit that if you pass, then you actually have enough power for coins unless somebody takes them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. What you doing with this priest, Ranior?
I think it has to go to fire.
But the question is, do you throw it now or next round?
I think
Well,
I throw it now and hope you give me the spade tile. It looks like you don't. I mean, you could build a
Yeah,
dwelling, but that seems incredibly unlikely. So I think I get the spade tile.
that's a good point. And then for me, yeah, I was actually hoping that you would not send the priest and pass. Then I could take a priest now and I would get the spade tile. Then I would not rely on the double spade. I could just use the spade. But now I think I need to pass in order to secure spades for myself. And I think in this situation, the temp ship might be better than the ship VP because I then get access to I7 and more dwellings. I think I will need a lot of dwellings down quickly. So I think that is the way to go here. It would be very tempting to take the priest or very tempting to take something else, but I think I need the double spade and the temp ship.
I think so too, because if you didn't pass there, I think my play was passing onto temp ship, opening with double dig on D4, upgrading ship, and getting to A7. I was really excited that I saw that. I thought I was going to get to do that.
You might have been able to, like if Ranior didn't send the priests, because then I would have waited for the spade to arrive. Because for me, the spade is really good tile as well. Now I have the like to figure out how greedy I am, because
You do have an absurd amount of resources next round.
yeah.
So.
Well, 31 coins is quite nice.
Yeah.
Taking the coins now would be funny, but yeah. A6 and G2, I think those both have their upsides. I definitely want E2, I think.
Yeah.
Deranged is asking if there's any reason not to just 2-key town here. The answer is probably not. I'm just counting passing. So 2-key town this round is sort of the obvious move. If I like, it involves a trading post, right? And everyone knows how much I hate those. But it's -3 track points, and you get temple on 2-key town, a bunch of power, 2 coins, and a worker. Like, that's obviously amazing. So it's a great deal. I would have passed for temp ship just because that would have been hilarious and I think pretty broken. So then the question is, if I 2-key town right now, what happens? So Juho passes on to probably just ship VP because it's just basically as much resources as the cult coins. And then Ranior passes onto the spade, which means then I would pass on to cult coin. So I'm just making sure that I'm not going to get like stuck onto a crappy pass tile. So I either get the cult coins or the ship VP if for some reason Juho prefers the cult coins. So in that case, I think I do just TP right now and allow everyone to yeah, I just do this. And just allow everyone to pass. Yeah, George, totally. That's the second part of that, is possibly using my power this round to take a priest, send it to air, etc., etc.
Yeah, like I think taking G6, you kind of committed into making this double key town. Otherwise, G6 was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Otherwise, G4, E5 would have been better.
I mean, I think the question is, would a permanent shipping town tile?
Right. Here? Yep. Shipping town tile could have been interesting.
There is some like risk with the shipping thing because I still have a lot of resources. So I have kind of stated here that I might not take the north stuff, so it is easy in that sense. But I have at least the resources to block north if I really want. But I might actually not do that. The south G2 seems so juicy that I think I will just need to take it. Now for me, the question is whether I build dwelling before taking Earth 1. I would like to take Earth 1 before building all this stuff, but
yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, there is a like marginal risk that Ranior will do some crazy stuff like single dig G2, but he's not that crazy. He's a peaceful player.
I mostly am. It's mildly tempting, right? It gets me to so many other gray hexes, but like, it's that point in the game where like my economy is still like kind of limping along. So like, yeah, there's a fun dream of double digging G2 so that I can build more overall stuff. But like, if I do it, will I ever actually get to build all my hexes anyhow? I don't.
Yeah, and like if D4 was taken by somebody, I would be scared because then you might actually do it. But D4 is not taken, so it seems so sensible for you to just take D4 instead of G2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boo. I was hoping that Xevoc would allow you to dig G2, and then you'd be out of power, and there'd be a world where I could just get to D4 before you. The main reason I like that is A, because it annoys you, but also there's a lot of value in saving on shipping costs. And yeah. So what am I doing with this round? Sanctuaries are lame.
To be clear, like it sounds like you're trying really hard to connect. Like, are you
No,
still actually convinced it's going to do you any good?
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Have no interest in connecting. I have interest in
Oh,
expanding
okay.
to other hexes, which may
Okay,
incidentally
okay.
connect me. My main concern is like,
The
well, I mean,
space, yeah.
look at my board state. It's like, okay, I did my town. Where do I go from here?
Yeah, yeah,
Like I need
yeah,
somewhere
yeah. No, I agree.
else, and I'm
Your expansion room is tricky, yeah.
yeah, expansion's tricky. The north is a place I can play. The southwest is a place that I can play, and I'm always just like, as a player, trying to figure out how I can do that with the fewest shipping advances as possible. Uh, what I actually like here, I think, is just building another temple. 100% that's what I do this round. What am I talking about? F7's a temple this round.
Yes.
And then, why did that take me so long to think about that? So now I'm sending a priest probably just to water and buying another priest.
Well,
I don't know.
well, if you want to do that, you need to do it right now because
Totally. You took coins, which made a lot of sense, which allowed me to take the first priest to water, which is cool.
Now I have some like interesting options here. Like, I think there might be more pressure towards water one than earth one. I'm not. Well, maybe not. I would like to have kind of them both. And I'm like pondering whether like I have the option to like create a sanctuary, stronghold, dwelling, take the worker town, and 2 more dwellings. That is kind of my plan. Maybe I'll just take the earth one. Like it is just.
Seems pretty good.
It is good, but there is this other line where I actually skip the stronghold and build a second temple instead.
Mm.
And now take water one and then build a second temple to get earth one and then to expand. I think that's fine line as well.
Yeah.
And I think there is this third line also of also skipping the stronghold completely and shipping. So I would build like all these 5 dwellings this round. That would work as well.
Yeah.
so the thing that's annoying me is that I want to build 2 trading posts this round for the town, but so inefficient given the TP scoring next round.
Yeah.
Like I bid so much I cannot afford to leave those.
I was gonna say, the other question that I was about to ask is if you cared about hard digging C3 this round.
It's like honestly I don't need C3, right?
You're willing to ship a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the shipping tile is in the game. So the only reason to take C3 is if I think that 5 shipping won't be enough. Like if I
Right.
think H4 and the whole north gets blocked, then
Yeah. If I was in the north, I think it's a bigger threat. I don't think. I mean, stronghold nomads can do some damage, but I think B3 and A8 are both hexes that I am more apt to take. God, do I just want another priest here?
Team Dwarves continues to think about turning priests into workers, so we're not thinking about buying priests over here. I'm pretty sure my round involves another tunnel and another priest to a worker, but it's what we got to do to get the worker economy rolling. You getting another priest feels kind of wrong if you're actually building a temple, but at the same time,
Well,
kind of right. I mean, you've sent a lot of priests to the cults, and you want priests for advancing stuff.
and
So
I have coins. I might be passing on to more
you have
coins.
tons of power.
I have tons of power, and I think the thing is like Xevoc has been slow enough in the north. He's had like sort of a slower start. He's prioritized other stuff, and he just used all of his power on G2 and E2. If he isn't just like if I don't make a play for the north, I'm just bad. Like the north is open, right? And I keep not taking it because I'm going to do something else first. And so I just feel like I need to advance ship. I need to possibly advance digs, at least partially. Like I need to make a play for the north here. Again, just for expansion. But it just feels really silly. And I just think I need a lot of priests. So I'm going to take a priest. I might even advance ship this round. I think having shipping tempo might be nice. All those things.
Yeah, I have really many like lines that I would like to take here, like the stronghold for worker town, and then 2 dwellings is quite kind of nice. But I think just advancing ship and building like all my dwellings is nice as well. So there are like many lines which are good.
So, well, I'm still thinking of going for those trading posts in the west. Because if I were to take the shipping down, would be a 3 shipping after the obvious upgrade with the priest. So not so big a loss in VPs, and the econ would be pretty good. Just take the ship first and continue thinking about this. Maybe I get more leech.
Mm-hmm. I also just really want to send this priest to fire too. Oh, there's all kinds of things I want to do with priests.
Yes, that's why I'm a little surprised you sent as many priests as you have to the cults. But I mean, you got 2 key town, you're getting good cult value. Like I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, like you do need a lot of priests.
Okay, I think I'm always building a temple this round. I don't really know if I'm taking water one here or just earth one. I assumed it would just be water one, but the truth is I don't just want it. Like, Deranged points out an interesting line where it's like he thought I would just upgrade digs, get E10 and D8 this round, and then build some trading posts in the east. Like, just commit to a big eastern blob. That would make sense. I could just temple for water one, build up some trading posts, still have some dwellings on the board. That feels pretty good. And then temple for something else going into round 6. Maybe there's even a copy of Earth 1 kicking around or Air 1, something like that. But if I'm trying to make an expansion play, then I'm probably not building many trading posts next round. I probably just build like 1 or something, and then build most of them in 6, and then I might just skip water 1. So it's hard to...
For me, this is like really like if I don't build a stronghold now, I will probably never do it. Then I kind of commit into advancing digging. Yeah, so it's and advancing digging in a game which doesn't have spade round is kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
All right, chat's not being
maybe
helpful.
maybe I just need to like take this.
The stronghold feels quite good, but advancing digs is always fun.
Yeah, that's true. It is fun. And like getting all these dwellings down now would also be really fun. I would like really take a lot of like use of the temp sheet. I could take E8, B4, G4, a lot of hexes for free.
Mm-hmm.
So that is not useless.
Yeah.
Really tempting to do that as well, but maybe just maybe I will like do the stronghold line here. It is
I
really
mean,
close.
the dwellings feel way stronger to me, like econ-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of
Yes,
surprised
yes,
with
yes. It does speak econ wise, but I have the econ. I need points. And there is the dwelling line has some options where if I take that line, halflings are likely to block me north. I won't get a town there, so I might be actually having a 2-town game instead of 3-town game, or even 4-town game. So I would get less points from town.
So what I'm thinking of here is asking for the trading post VP. Maybe it's a bit premature.
Keep chatting, guys. I'll be back in 2 secs.
If I was you, I would be like passing for the trading post immediately. Like that's just like you get a coins action, you get.
I mean, so well, the question is, well, do I get it 1 round from now?
I mean, I guess the follow-up question is, what else are you doing though?
Like,
I mean, if I were to get the so I would build 1 trading post this round just for the extra econ because I got 1 useless dwelling on board. So
Okay.
I would trade a 3 VP for that income.
Yeah.
So nomads guaranteed to take 1 more. Feels like halflings would probably. But I mean, there's really very little.
yeah, like I think your options are like.
In a non-open table, I would never risk this. So feels polite to.
I think your realistic options are either building 2 trading posts and completing the town, or passing. But just building 1 trading post feels so wrong.
Oh, I mean, the thing is, it's money and power, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 3 VP, it's nothing to sneeze at, but
you can convert two coins to or 1 to like you can take all the convert 1 and take the 2 for 1 leech from my.
Well, I converted 2 rather than 1, so I will actually
Yeah,
rather
sure.
pay more.
Yeah, you can convert even more than 1, but at least 1.
No, that's guaranteed. But yeah, I think
Yeah, I think your game is like rolling really smoothly here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels really nice.
Yeah, it's like all of us were bidding on mermaids for reasons, and then Weber tried to make me think that it was too much.
I did.
Yeah, you're like, oh, if we look at it back in the day of 30 VP,
Exactly. I was playing mind games.
then you made me jump to dwarves, and look at this. This is
Ah,
this is not equivalent to mermaid's position.
I mean, you also took Fire 1, so I don't know.
I did do things. I did.
but he's like he's actually like he doesn't have a lot of coins now. Like he has 3 income and he won't
Yeah,
get a coins action next round, so he doesn't have too many coins.
yeah. I was gonna say like Fire One's really not my pro. Like Fire One's fine for dwarves at the moment though. Like maybe right at the end I'm gonna have too many coins, but it's been good thus far. The real problem with my game is the spades have just broken very poorly. I mean, I got the spade tile this round, but I've taken 2 single dig power actions. Like, meh.
So I've kind of missed the whole Xevoc plan, but I'm just going to. It's a stronghold. It's a worker town. It's a couple dwellings or something. I think he's in for a few rounds. He's got a priest. He probably wants to send that to fire. Ranior, on the other hand, is passing for just a bunch more coins. So then I'm getting a spade, which I'm probably pretty okay with, actually.
Yeah, I have some like I'm struggling for workers here. So I built the stronghold, take the worker town. That's like guaranteed. Then I build G2. Then the question is, what else do I build? Because I can access I7. I can like use the sandstorm thing, which I'm thinking of using it to B3. But the question is like, I might actually build I7 and not build B3, but
And I
yeah.
thought you would be sandstorming. Well, I6 or H4, depending on if you want a neighbor or not, and go
I
for
think I'm
a
gonna get Dwarven
bridge.
neighbor anyway. So I think I will sandstorm H4, but I might sandstorm it later.
It does look pretty likely that I need G3 for connection. Yeah.
Yeah. And I rather just eliminate 1 hex from mermaids than kill
Yeah.
them. But and it's also giving me some more options. If I get bridge blocked, then I have some options to build a town without a bridge there. But I think since halflings are kind of threatening me from every direction, I think that's the reason why this stronghold is nice, because I can kind of secure B3, secure H4, secure all these things which halflings are also looking for.
Yeah.
I love how you phrased that as halflings threatening you, when you're the one taking all the territory.
Gosh. Okay.
Oh, it is a ship advance. Interesting.
Nice.
This priest of water earlier in the round is looking real dubious then.
My priest to water? What's wrong with my priest to water?
I mean, you could get a second ship advance here, and like that feels like you get to do a lot of interesting things then.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, for me, the like interesting options here are like, should I send the priest to Earth to secure Earth Cult or to fire to get a worker.
Yeah.
Both are like very solid options.
So I'm just bumping water for power. Now it's a pass, and the question is it the spade or the ship VP?
Passing better than hard dig E10 build E10 D8.
Um, the reason I don't love it, it's fine. Like recovering the worker economy quicker is good. The thing that I don't like it is it. Part of the problem is I'm playing a bit of a game of chicken with Xevoc, and I'm trying to get the ship advance was me not really knowing what I'm doing and just getting myself some tempo for
Okay.
once, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's just coin intensive to put my dwellings over there. Whatever I'm doing, it's going to involve a dwelling or two somewhere, and maybe a hard dig somewhere, and maybe some more ship advances, right? And so I don't want to commit my coins to that part of the board because I'm fighting with Xevoc here.
You want to? You're sure you need to chip it? Okay, fair enough.
Um,
I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing you might have had like tempo for A7 at least. It probably would beat me to it.
yeah.
I probably now like I when I have temp ship, I need to take this I7 because I'm not planning to advance my ship.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Now the like good question is that what I guess like H4 is really like I need to only sandstorm that if Juho is advancing ship. He might or might not do that at next round, but I can wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
So securing or sandblasting B3
Mm-hmm.
might be the thing to do. Or A6. That yeah. Maybe A6 even then because then I can sandblast A7. But there is a tricky thing in that because then I don't actually have a connection. So that is B3 is better because it gives me a connection. So this is all really tricky decisions, but I think I will send the priest to fire anyway, and then I can blast something. I think B3 is just I cannot probably risk to lose the connection as nomads. So that is just something I have to do. And then since I don't plan to advance my ships anytime soon, maybe the priest or coins. The priest is kind of later on it's 2 coins, so this priest and 2 coins is kind of better unless I need the coins right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still a ton of coins coming, right? Like the next couple of rounds, yeah.
There is tons of coins coming, but I also need a ton of coins.
You need a lot still. A lot of us need quite a few still. So
yeah.
it's mostly going to be good for all of you that need to do late game shipping. That'll be nice for a lot of you. Team Dwarves will have to think about advancing digs or something.
priest is really like it looks really good. I'll take the priest. It probably comes with a spade as well if I send 2 priests to air or something like that.
All the 7 coins is pretty obvious.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think I'm sending 2 priests to air, hoping that I actually get both, which not clear, but I might. Probably do. Both mermaids and nomads don't have huge incentives to send a priest to air now, is the theory.
Yeah, I might have sent priests there, but now that you sent one, I don't have the tempo to do it anymore.
Yeah, so I think.
I would never waste a priest on the cult tracks.
And yeah, Weber advanced ship. Nomads responded. The only way. Yeah, I mean that was mandatory, so.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't look like there's much pressure, but I'm gonna lock up these air things because I don't have a lot else. I mean, I'd also like double dig, so I'd like some leech before nomads gets it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. Xevoc even takes double dig given his stronghold.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might.
I need a dig.
Yeah.
At least a single dig I need.
You can have single dig. I would I'd like a double dig at some point this game. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
I was thinking of taking double dig.
I know that's part of the problem. I can tell. Like, actually, excuse me. Wait a sec, Mister 12 workers and we're halflings. Like, why have all of our priests gone to shipping instead of advancing digs?
Because there's nowhere to dig if I don't have shipping.
I hear you, but God, surely just hard dig instead of take double dig. Boo.
I'm playing cat most games here with Xevoc, which is, you know.
I know you are. You've made it to A7. Congrats. You've escaped.
Yeah, I just it feels like now if I use my I feel I need to use my sandblast to A6.
I'd really love that. Yeah, I'd love a neighbor on A7.
Yeah,
Wait, he can take B2 also, right? Isn't that pretty dangerous here? Or are you still thinking you can just
take, but he cannot take both of them. So if he takes B2, I will take A7. So,
yeah, okay.
So, but then the problem is that then H4 is open for mermaids, and I don't like that either. But I think I cannot. Well, I could use the sandblast to C2. And be kind of really nasty.
Why on which one? C2? Oh yeah, that's pretty nasty.
C2, he could take away one of my dwarves hexes.
Yeah, take Ryan's stuff.
There.
Why are you why do you think A6 is under threat?
It's not under threat, but I need because if I don't take A6 now, you can go B2, and then I'm like, and if dwarves also takes C2, then
I see.
I have no count.
Yeah, he can lose his 4 hexes. Yeah.
Yes, and so in order to secure the 4 hexes, I have to do it now, and I have to use the sandblast if I don't want to burn down a lot of power, and this will give me a leech, so that is like probably okay.
Yeah, you'll get a leech regardless, so that you can single dig or just hard dig on the wheel as need be.
Yeah.
I'm slightly tempted to go fire 2 here.
Really?
Then build an extra trading post.
Surely we just wait till next round.
Yeah, because that's like a 6-point fire too, right? It's removing a TP that would otherwise be standing for your pass tile.
Yeah.
I'll get all the TPs down anyway.
You'd build all of them anyhow.
But if you build them all, then Air 1 is probably better than Fire 2.
Right.
I mean, well, Fire 2 gives him the coins. Oh, but he could just, I mean, he could just town anyhow.
And you know, there is even Earth 1.
Yeah, that is true. Earth 1's hanging around.
Which, if you just build all your trading posts this round, suddenly Earth 1 doesn't seem so bad. It's probably... Oh yeah, you're still building a lot, some dwellings. It's probably still like 10 points.
I guess somebody's coming to B2. Trading post there will be just fine.
Oh yeah, there'll be someone. Xevoc and I will sort that out shortly. We're currently in negotiations.
I think shortly somebody will come.
I mean, yeah.
But it
Alright,
now
let's take the
actually like.
Whoa, ship town even. Yikes. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, what a mess.
Juho has hopes of getting H4, I think.
Or G3.
Yeah.
Good. Other people worrying about hexes. I've spent the last 2 hours getting to A7.
I've been waiting for you to feed me leech. I can't believe you didn't build E10 last round. It's so frustrating. My double.
Ryan, I've given you a decent amount of leech.
You have, and I needed a little more. I mean, whatever. Again, it's been rough. I've had to single dig instead of double dig, and now when I need double dig, I can't do it again. It's just been a rough game in terms of timing on getting an actually good double dig power action, and now like.
Right.
And admittedly, I've been a little greedy about my hexes. I have expanded in such a way, so whatever.
Oh, I see. Because you need to secure G3 right now. So right now is when you would want.
I'm gonna let Juho can go hard dig it. I'm just gonna say F it, like whatever. I just
spirit.
refuse. I refuse on principle here. I can't.
But now I get double dig. That is. Well, I don't actually want double dig.
Xevoc just says that as a flex. I could take double dig. Meh.
I know.
I'm over it.
I knew this was gonna happen. I know what's happening. I know that everybody was like, "Oh, let's not give dwarves an ounce of leech anymore after round 2." Like that's fine, but I sat there. I was like, "Oh, I can afford single dig this round. I'll still have enough to double dig shortly." No, I won't.
I would like the problem for me that I would rather take a single dig than a double dig because I need those power for coins.
Yeah, you do.
But double dig is really attractive. It is.
Yeah, no, I mean it's fine. I've given up on getting it this round. I'm just gonna wait another round for it. It's gonna be great.
Isn't double dig and then just worker to coin conversion? Bet like.
Maybe it's better. I just don't know.
The same or something? I don't know.
I don't know if
he doesn't know if he has to hard dig. He might not ever have.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Fair enough. Yeah.
I have the stronghold, so that's why. I would really like to have more coins this round, but it just feels so wrong to not take double dig here. So I will just.
Gosh, you still are. Okay. Yeah, I was betting you weren't gonna. All right. Team Dwarves continues to be sad about every way this game develops, but that's how they go sometimes. But yeah, this is just sad.
The one good thing about this is that maybe if I do this, then maybe I can build the southern town without a bridge. That's the one benefit I might get out of this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So here's the question: where do I secure my connection?
G3
could be A8 G3 or H4 G.
E5. I guess if it's E5, you might as well just A8. But
yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with just I4 H4?
I mean that's an option as well.
Oh, I see. It just doesn't involve a hard dig. I mean, a hard dig is totally fine, and you can mess with me in the north or dwarves in the south. But If you have
Yeah, I
extra
mean, I
hard
think,
digs, don't you just want to carve out your towns like B5, A10, F2,
yeah,
I2 kind of stuff? I don't know.
I think I think wasting digs on these connection-only tiles seems like a bad deal. And the nomads have sandblasted already, so H4 should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, E5 is maybe the best hex for you, but is that like you are then not
Yeah,
blocking anybody?
you're not. It's the only hex that, like, if you're gonna hard dig, that like contributes to a town and connection.
But there is some amount of, I don't know, is there some amount of risk that B5 is you're gonna lose that to halflings sometime soon? There might be.
I think
There's definitely risk that halflings want a town up through there. Yeah.
And if you lose B5, is that actually like more important to secure than the connection right now?
I mean, I don't think like I should have tempo, no problem.
I think so. I have a spade in hand, and I don't know where it goes. If it goes on A8, if it goes on B4, if it goes on H5 to be, I don't know, annoying.
But halflings have
No,
free
no.
ship, so
Yeah.
you need to take B5 now if you want to take B5. Otherwise,
Oh, that's
halflings are gonna
true.
take it.
Yeah.
You're right. And that's garbage.
And you will get halflings as neighbors anyway because they will dig A8, B4, A9.
Yeah.
And they will take more of my stuff. They will take E8 even if you dig that, because then they cannot otherwise connect. So you are kind of.
No, it's I do need to secure that. You're totally right.
Yeah.
I honestly hadn't seen that because I've only had 3 ship for 1 turn, and I just snap built a dwelling on A7, so I haven't actually.
But
yeah.
A7 was crucial as well, because if you don't build A7, like you can lose A7, then you don't have the connection. So I think A7 was more important than B5 for you.
Mm-hmm. So I'd actually like to build a trading post this round, I think. If I want another temple, maybe I don't want another temple is the thing. So the question for me is, do I do trading post dwelling? That's 5 coins, which burns it down a lot.
I think you can be. I don't know if you have the opportunity, but you could be nasty against mermaids, not giving the neighbors early enough. But maybe you don't have enough turns to delay B4. Well,
To delay B4.
or maybe you actually take E8 this turn, so you secure the connection and do the town later.
Yeah, I mean the options are: do I care about connection? If I do, it's E8. If I don't care about connection, then I'm just using the spade to carve out a town, which is A8 or B4. And then the way I'm thinking about that is A8 is technically under more threat right now because mermaids can hit it.
Yeah, it is.
They're not incentivized to take it, but right? Famous last thoughts. B4 isn't under any threat by you currently because you have no ship, but things can change. So those are sort of the things I'm thinking about. B4 also gives Juho a neighbor, but it's a trading post round, and I might actually get some leech out of that deal.
I think
so.
Like, A8 is kind of important because it is mermaid connection hex. So
it's true.
They might take it. So I think it's either E8 or A8 if you care about connection.
I care about the town more. I think my priorities are town. I think it's A8.
Yeah,
I think your priorities have to be
I was
town
hard
also.
digging it this round just because I already did 1 hard dig, but it's not a bad move. All right, dwarves, Have your leech.
I mean, it's too late. But thanks. No, it's fine. Yeah. Again, some games just go that way. It's just the breaks. I just not getting double digs, and it's. I mean, it's a little bit my fault. I see. I was chasing the leech and really hoping that somehow didn't want double dig, but I probably just wasn't supposed to give him the power, so that he couldn't have taken it, and then eventually somebody would probably give me enough this round. But Xevoc could also just close out Earth and then get it, but I guess he had to dig that turn. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
think it through far
I
enough.
I was forced to dig, so I would have used a single dig if I didn't dig it. If
And
you
then
didn't dig the power.
and then somebody's eventually gonna have given it to me probably. But hey,
Yes,
I just
yes.
get to single dig again. It's great.
It's okay.
It's something, yeah.
I have won a game where I took 5 single digs and no other power.
It can occasionally work, yeah. That's the path I'm on. So
So, is anyone passing before me? That is the question. I'm wagering that Ranier's doing something. Well, Ranior doesn't care about the ship VP. What I want is to build a trading post right now, pass on to ship VP, and then open the next round with the coins action. I think Juho is building another trading post, probably, because he has a neighbor. He's on the TP tile, so that seems okay. Ranior probably doesn't block it, even if he does want to pass, but my guess is maybe you just TP in town up here for something.
and
then
I will block it if I pass.
Right. And then Xevoc. What is Xevoc doing? Probably building a trading post.
I will definitely do at least one trading post. That's guaranteed. Doing more than that, I don't know.
I mean, I agree. I'm not actually passing though. But if I did pass, I would block the ship scoring. I don't really care about the extra coins.
5 coins.
There's so many coins coming off the cults in a sec. Yeah, I really don't care.
And just for like viewers that are watching, if I felt like I was in a stronger position, I would have just passed. This is me saying I'm not in a very good position in the game, so I'm sort of like, if I can use a hockey reference, pulling your goalie a little bit. I'm just taking every risk this game, and if I get them all, then I won't. Like, that's how I'm being competitive. So
yeah, to be clear, Weber, both you and I feel behind, and both Nomads and Mermaids feel like they're winning, right?
Yes,
that's where we're at.
I think so. Like, also, I saw like you dug E9 there and not G3. E9 has better benefits for you right now, but like, so you're just, it's just another gamble. And I think it's an important thing in Terra Mystica to know when to, like, where you are in your game, like relative to other players, and how to adjust your risk factor. Yeah.
Yeah, I am being risky on G3. I mean, but like, I guess I could have taken it and cult dug E9, but again, like, I'm getting greedy. I think I'm building 2 more trading posts this round, and like one of them needs to be on E9. So.
And Deranged, I might be ahead of Nomads if I pass on to ship VP, open with a coins action, get to town up, and get Earth 1 next round, and connect. And so I'm going to try to do all those things, and then, yeah, I might... I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Nomads aren't doing as well as I think they are.
Well, at least I now got some leech, which helps. This leech helps a bit.
Yeah, do I give you leech or do I give Mermaids leech?
Who's you, Xevoc or me?
Yeah, no, I am gonna town up in the center. So the question is, yeah, I have 2.
Oh, that's fair.
I have the option to give. You're getting 1
you the
regardless.
leech you needed, so you can return the favor, right?
I'm more inclined to let you be a runaway winner and try to get second place over Nomads, probably. Which is
that's the wrong way to play. I always play for the win.
Play for the win means that I probably give.
I do also tend to play less for placement and more just what's my overall points margin to the winner, which is not very TM Tour like because seconds matter, but it's just like how close can I get to first place. So like if it's 10 points versus 16 versus 20, you know, I don't know.
There's an argument there. It's an unranked game, so the only thing I would really care about is winning.
I mean, I think the clearer thing to try to figure out here, and I don't know that there's a good way to do it, but it's like by giving like nomads power versus mermaids, how does that affect the game state? Does it give someone power for a power action or a priest that you don't want them to have, and therefore they pass a later for a pass tile? Like,
it's not clear that either of them are using it more than a coin. I'm giving mermaids or nomads a coin, is I think what that was. But
Yeah. Like
right, fair enough.
Like I can theoretically afford a town with that leech, but
Yes.
I'm just not sure if that town is. Maybe it is worth it, but
oh yeah, okay. The extra resource did matter to you. That's true.
yeah, but I'm also tempted to pass, but
I like passing. Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna like now miss all the styles, maybe depending on what Juho does with his.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm also hoping that Xevoc passes here, because if that's the case, then I think Ranior, you end up on the TP tile in 4th seat. Or do I have that wrong?
Probably. I probably
I want you on, because I can outstall you next round, and I want you in 4th seat on the TP tile. Again, stars aligning.
But the good thing
I'm in
me,
that awkward spot where I actually don't know if I want the TP tile. Yeah.
Boo. Okay. Please
next
take
round
it.
is the temple. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Next round's the temple round, so it's certainly less interesting.
Yeah, like my options here are either town now, or pass now and build the temple for water 1, which is still remaining.
Right.
And then try to maximize the benefits that way. I feel like that line might be better than finishing the town now, because I'm not going to get the trading post tile probably. Or I don't know, maybe I will. Like depending on whether Ranior passes on it or not. But I don't know if he will.
I don't know if I will either.
It's hard to read this, because like none of the pass tiles in this game are look like all the pass tiles are fairly underwhelming for a lot of the players, other than Ship VP is interesting now to Juho and me, but like otherwise, like I don't know who's dying to pass here for like, I don't know, another 5 coins or a spade, or like
I just need a lot of workers still. I probably should have taken the last workers town instead of the cult town is what I should have done, because then I didn't. So
yeah, I think I really need coins, and I think I'll try to maximize points by taking the water 1. If I do the town, I probably won't get water 1. I'll try this line. I don't know if it's good, but I'll try it.
Unfortunate. So I do not care about my bonus tile very much.
are you just staying in to build a couple of dwellings? Or a dwelling?
I mean, it's a question. Is it the for H4, or do I hard dig E5?
Hard dig E5. Yeah, I'm kind of with deranged here. I thought it would be sort of like priest to water, I4, H4. H4 is annoying to people, but it's just also leech, because Xevoc will build twice around. Like, Ranior needs it to connect. I don't know.
I mean, it's leech, but they're dead dwellings. I do need to get.
That's true. You are gonna run into a situation of like too many.
Oh yeah, E5 is still town help. Okay.
E5's town help.
I need A10, and then I need 2 in the west.
I mean, so. I guess the thing is, if you you only need to get to like 14 structures to go I4 H4 and still town twice more. because you just need 2 dwellings in the west. And then if you I4 H4, that just requires another temple, which you're probably going to build anyhow. I don't know. It is definitely something to be concerned about that I used to certainly like not. Like I used to screw myself over by just being like, oh, I'll just throw random dwellings here because it's like it's good. And I mean, generally, as we get dwellings down, it's never bad. But then you run into a situation where now your towns require like a whole extra temple, trading post dwelling, like stuff like that. You run out of structures, but.
Hang on. So I'm gonna. If I do I4 H4, that's out of my tree. It goes to A10. I need both temples out to actually get a one without the bridge.
Oh, I see. You wanted to A10, right, without a bridge. That's true. Right, so the H4 dwelling costs you a bridge. Right, and there's only 2 bridges left in the game, effectively, if you're not taking one this round. Yep.
Yeah, E5 actually
So
might be right.
Yeah, so H4 costs probably a whole other temple or bridges in both rounds.
It's tricky, though, because obviously H4 is a free hex for network.
Yeah, and if a town is being built around it, like you're going to get a leech from I4, and then if Xevoc tries to town down there without a bridge, it's just like so many free leeches with all the TP upgrades and dwarves coming to G3, and like I don't know, it's probably 4 or 5 power.
Tricky for sure.
Yeah.
It's an interesting balance.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stall one more round and take the
yeah.
cult advance.
Yep.
I thought about another trading post, but I need workers. So many workers.
And yeah, then I'll go E5.
Oh, this power is just marvelous.
You're welcome, buddy.
Hey, I have enough for double dig again.
I don't even need it anymore.
Maybe
I mean, I
find
don't. I'm passing for the spade. Like, I literally think I'm beyond it now. Like, I have a cult dig. I'm passing for the spade. I think I'm done. I think my caterwauling about double dig's over.
All right. Who's having a short round?
Yeah, the trading post tally is going to be open. That's also the chaos here.
Hang on, was that a mistake? I'm instinctively taking the money, but yeah, 14 money is not too much. No way.
No.
You need all the money. Yeah, coins are good.
Well, I think the alternative would have been the priest because I have so few on the cults.
Yeah, but there won't be many like places remaining either in there. They will be like there is the 4 spots remaining, and if you take a priest, it's not even guaranteed you can send it.
Okay, I'd be surprised if there's that big a rush, but
Oh, I have spades.
I will send 1 or 2. Dwarves will probably send at least 1. No, they have too many sent already. Okay, they have the problem of having 5 priests there and 2 temples already. So, yeah, I think dwarves are stuck.
I might send the last one to air just because it's the last one to air and it might win me the cult. And like producing 1 less priest isn't that big a deal. But otherwise, I agree. I'm not that interested.
Okay, yeah, maybe it's possible to like that you get 2 priests there then if dwarves don't care. And I think I need to do this water 1 first action. It seems pretty good.
Derange, that is a spicy take. I think it's a little short. I think it's temple this round. If I temple this round if possible. And I mean, the most I would want to do this round is Temple, and then build dwellings in A9 and B4, which would require advanced digs. But at this point, with that Cult Spade, A9 is just one extra dwelling. So it might be Temple, B4, pass. Is that gross though, George? Because like what I like to compare an early pass to is what does your longest round look like that's the best for you economically? And I think it's just having 7 dwellings on the board for me. Who cares about trading posts? And I can just build them next round. So I think what I'm shortchanging myself, the difference between, you know, like 3 extra actions gets me 1 extra worker. George Longwell. Does George have long rounds in general? I know George like rips on long rounds or rips on short rounds.
George takes water too, so he always
Oh
takes
yeah.
long round.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, George does make a good point that like building out your stuff and just having a long round, if you can just get the extra economic boost, is just like there's something to be said for that.
There's usually a lot to be said for it, yeah. But it's tricky. I mean, passing for a coins action and points is always tempting.
crap.
So we're all in the.
Got to convert my power, so
Oh, I'm
time to build next to the mermaids, I guess.
I guess I kind of want to build next to B4, except for I'm templing for maybe
That
Earth
last
1.
copy of Earth 1. Yeah. I joined the Earth 1 rush. And by rush I mean I just took a copy. You can too.
Yeah.
Mermaids just passed on their copy. I mean,
Well, like Air 1 here is
it's
7
better than
point.
Earth 1 probably.
Yeah.
Or it depends. For me, Earth 1 was better. But yeah, I'm thinking for most people Earth 1 versus Air 1's pretty equivalent at the moment.
Well, I got up from 0 on the cult. So that's a nobody benefits anything from the 1 step on Earth. The 1 step on air is actually useful.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And that was frustrating to me because I couldn't take the leech, and I couldn't even like because mermaids were giving me 4-1. I couldn't even like convert early to get that leech unless I take the 4-1. I think I'll take H4 now because that's gonna give me a leech, and I probably need that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The question is how much I convert.
I mean, how much leech do you think you're getting?
Yeah, I might get F2 is possible.
Yeah.
And then G3 is possible, but again, this F2 is 4-1, so I will just do this. G3 might come first, so that's good.
I mean, yeah, G3's coming right now. I will finally do it. Get away with the greed.
But Weber, I'm also kind of almost ready to pass, so I don't even know if
pass now.
Yeah, because I would like to send a priest and use my cult step, but those are not like mandatory actions. So if there is a good pass tile available, I might just take it.
Mm-hmm.
And Juho might just take it because, well,
I think I have to take it. Like points and econ I'm getting from the remainder of the round, it's basically nothing. I don't need the extra priest. And I think I could actually use the 2 digs next round pretty nicely. Yeah, it's gonna be a pass. It is a shame to not get the ship bonus tile, but I don't think it was happening anyway.
Yeah, I would likely pass right after halflings to get that tile.
So if I'm staying in, I have a couple of options. I'm overproducing priests, so one of my priests needs to be converted to a worker or used for a dig advance. So I can advance digs twice and just get down 2 dwellings. So that's one option. And then my priests are workers next round, largely anyhow, because there aren't enough priest spots available. Or I can send the last priest to air. If I send the last priest to air, then I do 1 dig advance and then pass, which means I don't build on A9. So the evaluation is building on A9 snowballs I get 1 more worker next round. So the question is, do I actually prefer the last priest to air over a worker? And I think I actually just so I'm doing this. I'm going to do a single build on B4 and then a single dig advance.
Yeah, I think now I'm sending priests to, since the TP tile is away,
Yeah.
and Ranior doesn't really want the ship VP tile. Well, he can take it to block it, but he doesn't really want it. So I'm trying to play a longer round than.
I mean, I also don't have
Weber.
tempo on it. Like, if
Yeah.
you can just get
So,
it anyhow. So
yeah, so I'll just send priests, at least 1, maybe 2 priests, depending on, like, I might build 1 temple more even. The temple might be kind of tempting if I still have. Well, I think 4-town plan is kind of hard to achieve now, but
yeah.
it's hard. So I will likely build at least 1 temple more, and then I need to evaluate whether I want the priest or the 2 coins and the 2 power. Maybe I actually want the coins and power more than the priests. I don't know.
You not having shipping Xevoc is really, really handy.
Yeah, that was the why I took the temp ship early.
Yeah.
I think I need to rush water.
So you're advancing on the dig track. Okay. So I could pass now for.
I have the resources.
I could pass now for 6 coins and just give Xevoc the ship tile. Don't love that. The other option, and just hear me out, so I actually take a priest action, and upgrade digs again. It allows me to slow play and get a dwelling on A9. It's the equivalent of converting 3 power to a worker this round. But also I'm getting a second worker out of it because I'd be building a dwelling this round I wouldn't otherwise. So the sort of justification is it's kind of 3 power for 2 workers and slow play. Problem with slow play is, does Xevoc just pass? Do I just get stuck on the spade? If I can slow play and get on 4 coins in a cult step.
Yeah, I guess if you want to slow play, you can slow play. You have so many workers. So
I think we'll try it.
And that's kind of annoying for me. I can slow play a lot as well by taking water to all these other like.
By taking a copy of water too, just to be vindictive.
Well, water 2 is actually fine.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
It is 4 points. It is like I probably win water. Air 1 would be maybe it's less points even than water 2. So water 2 is actually quite nice for me.
Yeah, it's probably 5 points. You probably can get a point on fire against me or on air or something. It's 5 points plus swing.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
You might not need to use. Oh yeah, because you'd lock up water.
Yeah, and I need a temple I need a temple anyway to like do these 3 towns. I probably want to do them without bridging. So I need one more temple to be able to do these towns without the bridge. So I think I will do the water 2 temple. But who do I give a leech? Juho cannot accept anything, so I'll give it to Juho.
That seems wise.
Should just have accepted that out of spite. So this halfling slow play idea is super annoying to me, because a halfling dwelling in A9 will make it hard for me to do the double dig. Both F2 and A10 are gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you look at that, I need my sandblast to either H5 or I6, so it will be a pretty big investment. Well, if I get the bridge, then I don't need. So yeah, there is some risk because I still have the bridge option. So yeah, I would have loved to have the coins as well, but I think I just need to do these points. Points are points.
The part of this that I didn't take into consideration is I'm actually missing a coin to get the dwelling out. I don't know how I didn't count that. So it's but I can hit E8 because taking this hex even worth it? It's not really. I mean, it's a hex. I mean, I might as well just slow play this as best I can. And I might work at a coin. Build E10 and D8. Because it's only 1 extra worker production.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer to build the dwelling because you get the dwelling back even if you convert a dwelling worker to a coin. So you should build it even if you have to use workers to.
Is that how that works then, or does that mean that it's just negative a coin next round? Like it's.
You get the worker back. Like if you convert worker to coin to build the dwelling, you get a free coin.
Is that how it works out too? That it's basically now it snowballs by a free coin versus a free worker.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's confusing in my head. That makes sense. Right. So it still snowballs, it just snowballs by a coin.
Yeah.
Coins are good.
Plus, yeah, obviously you already have the hex. Like mermaids might build next to it first action then or something.
Right,
You might
right,
get a
right,
lead
right,
for
right.
it that you're not otherwise going to get. Obviously, it has other advantages in this case too. So
And do I have network ambitions? I don't think so, deranged. So I probably connect because I now have shipping and I'll just want to dig down a dwelling somewhere. I probably take E8 or something, or E10, D8. Like, I expect I do connect and then I just don't get any network points. I mean, who am I getting points against? I don't know. Maybe I get down to 3 structures? Maybe.
I often run into this situation where, as a nomad, I don't really need the spade, but there is still that's the only option I have. Well, the temp ship is kind of
3.5 coins.
It is like 3 power. So.
And if you literally don't need the dig, then temp ship is just a coin and a half better.
Yeah, but I've also seen that then I don't take the spade, and then somebody does something crazy, and then hard digs my eggs or something.
Right.
So maybe I will just in case take it, even though it is kind of probably not needed, but in some theoretical world it might be useful. And maybe I can I don't need as many shipping if I take it. Maybe I can build I5 instead of H1 or something like that. Or maybe I can mess up with Juho's plans with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Juho double digs, now he has threats all around him.
Yeah, he should probably be more afraid of digging halflings, but it's true that he probably has more practically to be afraid of you with a spade in your hand than...
Yeah, the spade is kind of tricky for him because I don't need the spade, but I can just use it randomly on the F2.
I can justify non-aggression because, well, I always do, because I'm like, what if I needed the worker later? Also, well, yeah, that's basically the justification.
Well, I mean, the thing is that for you, northern connection is equally good, right? Going through E8.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna do those.
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel a practical threat there. So what I'm actually thinking is that I probably double dig, but use the other dig in G1 because nomads still don't have shipping, right?
Yeah, no shipping. The halflings can, if mermaids wouldn't secure A10, they could take A10, D8, E10. That would be pretty. That's what I meant.
They can get the connection from the north, so. I afford a dig. Let's see, I need 4, 6, 8. One hard dig should be affordable, so it's the double dig. And G1.
Why not F2? Is it because you think that Xevoc has the power for a bridge, so he doesn't need to commit a sandstorm in the south?
I think that's
the argument.
If we are arguing that mermaids and nomads are most likely winning, then that's a obvious move. I haven't actually done the counting. I've trusted you guys.
I think I don't do the counting. Your website does great counting, but here I'm too lazy to do it.
I haven't done any counting. It's just my instincts were that you were ahead, but I mean, now you all suddenly have a lot of pressure, so it's tricky. But on the theory that you had a bunch of water 1 and now air 1 plus pass tile trading posts plus 2 towns, you're gonna have a ton of points.
No cult though.
Your network was gonna be pretty good, but that's what I mean. I agree. His cults are pretty bad, and suddenly he is losing some value I thought he was about to get. He's having to do more digs, so that his network's gonna be a little worse. Like as always, like passing early, right? Like it surprises you sometimes. I think like it probably was still worth it, but now he has to do like more awkward things. I think than if he had
Yeah,
stayed in the round. So
I think this spade, which I ended up like being the worthless pass style, it ended up being really valuable pass style because Juho got scared and couldn't dig F2.
yeah,
So it just didn't break his way. I would have taken 6 coins, but I just couldn't take it. So
yeah, yeah. And I took 6 coins just because. Yeah, I needed nothing, and I mean, well, I probably have too expensive trading post here, so I'm not gonna have that many extra coins.
And you
But
want
I
another dig
probably,
advance, so that's 12 coins.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
already, actually, I probably will use actually most of these. Well, I'd love to not do this expensive, but I have no idea when you're ever gonna build next to me.
yeah, I'm like now thinking whether Ranior has some crazy ideas of actually digging H5. Well, maybe that's too crazy.
Chat. I was gonna say, chat wanted me to 3-town. They wanted me to bridge and do something weird down there, but
That's
I
very
think you would
crazy.
have to have the dig advance already, and you don't have it yet. You won't dig it yet. So I have time to take the cult step down if I want, and I think that cult step down might be the best down for me. I might be a little low on resources, but cult downs are always good. Because if you don't take it, somebody else will take it, and then you have to fight for cults. Let's just take it.
I think I'm still accepting.
Again, here, I should do the calculations and check if I need the coin down more, but I'm just too lazy.
I mean, that cult town also just gave you the power for coins.
Wow! Like, oh.
No one had power going into this round except for Juho, and he took double dig, and you were.
Didn't I even have power?
You couldn't
I
have.
didn't even.
No, you didn't have power for coins. You were 01.
Yeah,
051.
True.
You had power for
well,
bridge.
Then that's really good. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally missed. I'm usually expecting the coins to be gone if I'm the third player to pass, so I missed this. But yeah, it's great if I get the coins.
Yeah, I was hoping, I was accepting 2 for 1. Well, because I want the coins, but I was hoping there might be a world where I had more power than other people, I think.
yeah, I just knew I didn't need the coins action. So last round I started taking workers because
Yeah.
workers can be points for me, but
I
it is pretty wild that the coins are,
Yeah,
potentially
it is
just
a
gonna
huge
stay there
break for
you.
me. I think
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
it's a massive break for me.
Yeah, fully agreed. The coins coming back to you here is wildly good.
This is trying to figure out if there's a world where you don't take fire 2.
Well, if you do build a temple on D5, then Ryan could accept the leech and take coins from Xevoc. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah, I will pay 4 points for that privilege.
To block coins from
Sure.
Xevoc?
Yeah, good luck
You're
with
so
that.
low on coins.
Yeah, it's not happening. Nah, I'm gonna get a solid like 130s, and given I started at 40 points, that's really impressive. So, I mean, admittedly, nobody's like, I don't know, the winning score is gonna be, I guess it should be 150s. So,
You think? Yeah.
probably.
Here come some points.
Xevoc in particular has Water 1 and Earth 1 and is about to have 1 million resources and another town. Like,
Yeah.
and he has 2 cults that he's going to have second on network, if not tied for first. Like, that looks like a 150s game plan.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked very promising now that I get the coins.
Yeah, I agree. It looks. I think at this point it does look like you're winning.
But how do we evaluate that? Because like you guys are like the game. It sounds like the game has completely shifted. That Xevoc got coins, and Derange was saying like Xevoc's now winning by a lot.
I don't think it's just coins. I think it's the fact that like with you building up north and like that's what I mean. Like I originally the theory was I was like, oh, mermaids are just gonna get to open this round with a coins action and peacefully build out to their network and their towns and their trading posts. But I was wrong about that, right? Like mermaids had to instead open double dig, and they couldn't even really dig the hexes they wanted. They had to spend an extra dig to make their town. And then Xevoc got coins. So that like combination of factors is a lot, right? Now we're shifting who's taking the coins and who's having to spend extra digs. So
yeah, I mean, I guess there's the question of if I should have hard dug A10 instead of doing the double dig.
Right.
Just to deny the coins.
oh, interesting.
Because then you'd have power for coins after I gave you leech or something.
Well, I think then I would have had the money for taking.
The hard dig. Yeah, you would just have the power.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I wasn't paying super close. I mean, the other thing, as we said, like none of us were doing math. I wasn't fully paying attention to the fact that mermaids had such little cult, and I wasn't fully paying attention to the fact that they're probably just third on network too. So like, it was clear to me for a while that their in-game points were looking very good, but I did kind of skip over what the rough endgame calcs are, and the rough endgame calcs are much more favorable to nomads than they are mermaids. Despite you having the 2 key town, Nomads has the best cult game here.
So annoying. I can't tell you how annoying that
is.
I
agree. I opened double temple, but you took, you won like.
And I prioritized early priests, and then Xevoc was like, "Yeah, I'll just casually take the cults." Actually, and I'm like, "Wait, how did this happen?" By the way, and don't tell me it was water too, because that was the last round. Like I actually looked at the board to be like, "How did I let this happen?"
Well, I mean, the water.
I think it was early pass.
Early pass.
Yeah. You just never sent enough priests. Like he was able to win Earth on you, and then I mean you won Air, so that cult worked, and then the water cult though you didn't defend it. So, in which you needed your priests other places, as we said all game. You needed a lot of priests. So
deranged. I can't tell if you're calling out me or Ranior harder there with that comment. I think Ranior's. I'm slightly better than Ranior for finishing cults, but not by much.
Yeah, I mean, it was convenient. Like, I mean, that's part of what's good about his game is that he had the ability to bother closing these cults out and still achieving enough other good things, which.
Yeah, I like really like. I think the big decision I did was round 3 when I decided stronghold instead of like a lot of dwellings or a second temple and a lot of dwellings.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what is the right call there, but now I'm happy with this because I ended up securing these 3 town spots, good network.
Yeah.
I didn't run out of coins even if I did that or run out of resources, so it turned out to be decent.
I agree. Your ability to not have had to advance ship and to be able to send these priests to cults has obviously paid off in cult VP, and is obviously, I mean, also you got 10 coins passing last round too, right? I mean, a lot of us got a lot of coins, but 10 or whatever, all the cult coins were huge. So yeah.
Yeah, I would have been huge fan of like doing many more trading posts on round 4. So
yeah,
I was disappointed that I was able to do only 1, but that is the like one thing that I didn't like how this went.
Yeah, I think Deranged called us out hard. He was like, "There's 3 copies of Earth 2 on the table," and I think his count was 4 round 4 trading posts.
From us, yeah, mermaids obviously. The guy that didn't have Earth 2 but Dwelling Rush built a ton of trading posts.
Right.
The rest of us, no.
Okay, right. So it was 4 TP. Well, I guess like what's better than Earth 2, and it's 8 worker production going into round 2. So, Yeah, D-Rush trumps Earth 2 for obviously for worker production, but it is funny. Yeah, I don't have the best reason here to be annoying Ranior other than like I might as well. Like I've sort of done everything interesting this rounds, and like the hexes I want to take aren't under threat, so I'm like slow because also like I'm just like at this point delaying giving people leech. Like I have very few interesting decisions. I'm just like building out dwellings and trading posts until my shit runs out, and doing it as slow as possible to avoid leech and adjacency. I don't know.
No, yeah, you have no incentive to build next to me. I mean, I would argue you had plenty of incentive earlier in this game to just get your dwelling economy going, but you ignored that. You instead prioritized rushing to the north, and I'm not sure that's better than if you had just built more dwellings and like fought the south or something. I like again, you're gonna connect but get no network, right? Or are you getting network?
I don't know. I took a coin. I'm too lazy to count, so I took a coin town. I'm gonna build what I can. I'm accepting 2-for-1s and that's it, and we'll see what that does.
I guess actually, yeah, you have a lot of resources. Maybe
I have 3 priests. I have 10 workers.
Right,
if I get some 2-for-1s, I could take a worker's action if I needed it. I don't know.
No, actually, yeah, you're gonna have a pretty good network. Actually, yeah, it's gonna the network race is pretty wild.
What's your network gonna be at, Ranior? You're getting 1 more structure down. Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm counting your stuff, even if with no tunnels.
How am I not getting 2 more structures down?
Well, you would need 6 workers and 7 coins. Okay, yeah, there you go. I-11 and I-12, you're just digging down?
I don't see why I can't. I don't, like, yeah, I don't, I have very little clue why I can't do this.
No, I was just miscounting. That's sort of what I was asking, talking out loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was initially thinking a tunnel there. 6 workers isn't always that much, but
oh yeah, unfortunately, no. I think I can tunnel to A12 though, or D6. I think I can afford 1 tunnel here at least. I mean, that's what I was debating if I was supposed to take the worker town, but like, maybe I was supposed to take the worker town, but again, I haven't been doing that tight end game math, so.
So you're winning network here then.
I'm not sure that's true.
Juho is not getting any more structures down.
Why is Nomads not winning network? Like
I get 16 network.
Yeah, Nomads are annoyingly gonna hit 16 network, I think. So my 15 network might tie you for second. I'm not convinced you aren't hitting 15 network yet.
The spade is again proving its value.
Oh, you've got the friggin' spade. I was like, your sandstorm's gone. What are you hitting? Are you going to... you can't get to 3 ship. No, you have a spade.
Yeah, he's gonna hit 16 network, and then you and I might tie at 15, which is like miserable, right? I'm gonna tie you at 15 and get 9 points, like ew, but I mean, maybe you can't build all that stuff, but I think you can, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to actually build this stuff, and then spade-wise, it's going to cost you 9 workers.
Are Xevoc's fine? Like, he's going to be at 2 shipping, and he has a spade, so that's B2 and A1. Someone help me out. Where's the third?
It's B1, H3, H1.
B1. Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
I just need to math it out which town I need to take in order to afford all of that.
Oh, yeah. It's coin town. Yeah. It's got to be a coin town.
Yeah.
I mean, you need 16 more coins? I don't think I want a 3 for 2. I should count this. Does this have implications? Ugh, I really don't want to count it. No, I'm going to decline, and I'm going to fancy burn.
Yeah, that makes more sense, but yeah, you might regret declining that.
I might.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you need 1 more worker, so you're really at 9 coins, but you need. Yeah, I mean you need 3 more coins. So, oh, you do have a cult step. Oh, that doesn't really help. Because it doesn't not help.
Uh,
You might find yourself short at building 15 network because you declined that though, so I'd appreciate that.
well,
Team Dwarves would be very happy if you found yourself short.
I think the fancy burn's going to be the winning play here. It's always really nice when it is. It's happened only a couple of games, but you feel pretty good.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm not sure you're getting more leech though.
Yeah, fair enough.
And yeah, mermaids fell much further behind than I thought they were gonna. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, that was not a well played last round from me. I'm absolutely sure I should have just.
I mean,
and maybe,
the network race is just crazily different than I thought too. I did not realize everybody's network was going to be wild.
In hindsight, I probably wouldn't have had the. I couldn't have used the spade to F2 because I need the spade because halflings are going to dig my stuff. I need the spade for my own.
For network, yeah. So he could have greeted that out at least.
Yeah, that at least you could have saved 3 workers by doing that.
Yeah. All right, but the question here is, should I just spend 3 workers on being D8? Be annoying. So, halflings have extra resources.
Halflings don't necessarily have extra resources in order to hit 15 network. But
I have extra resources if I don't, is the thing. And
I'm starting to realize mermaids might just be dead fourth here, and I was completely wrong about all my predictions. So look at classic that when you don't do math.
I guess at least for me, I had lots of points that I hadn't collected yet because last round was trading posts, and I had 4 that I hadn't built.
You had a lot.
I built almost all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And you had Earth 1, Water 1. So like everything you kept building as points. Halflings had more points. I mean, like not doing the dig advances yet, coupled with also having a lot to build.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought halflings were pretty doomed on networks. Again, that's my other big like underestimation. I thought halflings were getting nothing, and I thought mermaids were getting at least third. But halflings are proving me wrong. Which again, I mean, instinctually, everybody this game started with crazy economic stuff, right? So I mean, a bunch of factions opened. I opened double econ favors. Like you guys opened economic favors. Like the fact networks are this crazy is probably not that shocking.
Yeah, and lots of coin tiles in game, so
Yep.
we can afford a lot of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, lots of coins on the past tiles and lots of cult coins got added.
Maybe Juho's plan, maybe he could have gone like more aggressively on the cults at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the downside of the dwelling rush, right? That you're not going to have priests.
Like I guess I could have played for securing the water cult. That would have, well, like nomads came from nowhere there. Would not have been possible if those last 2 spots would have been held.
Yeah, you could have tried to greed out 1 extra turn and send 1 more priest there. So that if I don't get 2 priests, I cannot like overtake you guys.
I can't actually tunnel. Duh. I'm slightly short resources. That's a bummer. I should have accepted a 2-for-1 myself.
Wait, you are gonna get a 2-for-1 now, but that's too late, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think I had to do things this action. I don't think I have a delay. So I had to accept Weber's offer, but I didn't, or like set up earlier. But whatever. That's again. I mean, Well, or that's where we're supposed to take the worker town, but whatever. I cost myself like that means like 2 or 3 points, which is not great, but I suspect it doesn't really matter.
Nice, Ranior. Appreciate that. The D8. That's good stuff.
That's not me.
Oh,
That was
who did
that was
that?
Mermaids did that. Yeah, Mermaids decided to
Oh,
retaliate. He had extra resources, decided to.
fair enough. Sorry, I was preoccupied for a second there. Okay, well, I will.
Yeah, admittedly, I have an extra. Now I do have an extra worker, so I guess I should be considering these things. But I think you have enough single dig hexes left that it doesn't matter.
Did that dig help with something? Sorry, I sort of missed that math because I thought I was doomed to tie Rainier, but I was always tying mermaids here. Or is that?
I mean,
Like I think his point was that if you don't reach 15 network, then he will get 3 points.
Yeah, I think he was just ensuring you couldn't.
Right. Because the extra work.
And the quick math is tricky. Like you're pretty close to 15 network, so.
I think that 3 for 2. If I did that, even with my cult bump, I still would have needed a free power. So we'll see if I think it was kind of rough math in my head, but
I agree. I've been just doing it real fast. I haven't been paying enough attention to know.
So if someone wants to give me a free power, then I can feel real bad about declining that 3 for 2. And if I don't get any leech, I'll feel real clever. Okay. So where do I dig that doesn't give people free power? Nowhere. Cool. All right. I'm gonna just slow play again.
The free power doesn't matter to me, so yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna.
Isn't that the risky slow play?
It might be.
That was an extra worker.
Yeah, exactly. I realize the error of my ways.
Yeah, I do have advanced digging. That part's true.
And I'm again lucky. I have exactly enough resources to build all this stuff. Well, I have one extra because I have the.
You getting to be able to build a 16 network is crazy. I did not expect. I thought my 15 network was at least going to tie for the win, but yeah, good stuff.
It's Earth 2 Nomads.
Yeah, nomads are too strong, everybody. I should have kept bidding them, and then I got stuck.
I ran out of coins. I had like 30 coins something, and I still ran out badly. So
yeah,
one more coin action maybe at some point.
Well, you got a coin action this round, right?
Yeah.
That's still crazy. Like that is part of why you hit 16 network, actually.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I guess. Oh yeah, you took pretty high VP. Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, it's good. It was well played. Nomads are cool.
So I really want Xevoc to use his water 2-step on air because I think I can double bump fire, take a worker's action, and get my trading post out.
Yeah, I can do one more action before I can decide on my cult.
But it's kind of a waste to spend a worker, which could be a point, bumping fire. Like, I can just bump it once, you know? So what's the smart way to do that? Just take workers now? So that my priests can be bumps. And then I bump once. Yeah, I guess so. I think this makes sense.
That seems totally fine.
Something like this. So now one of my priests is coin, so it might as well be a bump. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, for me it isn't, nothing makes a difference here, so I will just like do the dead dwelling and then do something with the full step. I don't know which of you is like having more points. I should probably, it seems that maybe Weber is having more points, so maybe I should like.
I think because I have more points now. I'm getting 6 more, and I have more cults in the tie like network. Like I'm
Yeah,
more of a.
Yeah, I
I think
agree. I have a slight
so.
network
I need to
advantage,
take the
but
fire bump anyway here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which means I might as well tie you so that priest becomes a coin that way. I'm bad at this part of Terra Mystic. I often get tired, and I'm like, I don't know. Some people are really good at this
You,
stuff.
you need the coin, right? You need to be able to build the trading post.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just mean working out all these cult stuffs. If I buy a priest and bump
Oh.
here, then he'll do this, and then like all this sort of end game
It's-
cult negotiations that some people are just
It
way
is
better
kinda-
at seeing it, and I often will lose like a point or two in efficiency at the end of the game.
Gotcha. I think it is kind of annoying to work it out, but yeah, I think you did this well. This one's good.
Strange is also saying I played this part correctly. Usually I do this stuff and then chat just explodes with like, no, you were supposed to take fire 3 and then temple, and I'm like, well, I don't know.
You got a nice second here. You got a good thing. Which yeah, I mean, looping way back to like Xevoc originally was saying that he thought double east was better for both nomads and you, and yet you two are still top 2.
Yeah, I think I had a couple of good breaks in this game. Well, especially in late game, like this last coins action and getting
That
water
was good.
getting water 1, even though I did get it like around 5. That was good.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a bit surprised those didn't go given the 2 TP scorings late in the game.
yeah, I mean, there's a good argument. There's a good argument I'm not supposed to have done double temple, double econ dwarves, and I'm supposed to, actually contest scoring favors.
I think
Keep chatting, folks. We'll be right back.
if you do this start, I think you have to do sanctuary round 3 and early town. So
Gotcha.
I think if you cannot do that, then you need to get you need to take the scoring favor from the sanctuary, like kind of what I did.
Yeah. Well, I'd love that, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I couldn't, like, worker economy was rough to get going to be able to build enough stuff, but you're right, maybe I gotta figure out a time for Sanctuary. I mean, getting a scoring favor there definitely would have been nice, so. But yeah, I mean, you had good breaks. I also potentially am not supposed to have built next to you because that did give you that double dig, and it turns out that double dig also did help you in terms of fighting for network and not needing a bridge for this town. So like, I was probably supposed to hope to somehow get enough leech, and that you had to single dig. Like that would have been a little bit of a shift too.
Yeah,
but...
that was another break that I got. I don't think it's a huge break because I could have used those coins that round as well, but
yeah,
it was okay.
No, I agree. I don't think that was the huge part. Yeah, but lots of little things went pretty well, I guess. So.
I think mainly like getting late Earth 1, like round 3, that was a break. Getting late Water 1, that was another break. Getting the coins action last round. These three things were the main breaks I got during this game.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised how high you got up on the cults, Xevoc. I guess you took Earth 1, Earth 2. Oh, and the first priest to Earth. That's okay, fair enough for nomads. That's a lot of cult steps.
Yeah, and I took the cult.
You took a cult town
twice.
Yeah, there's just nice synergy on your favor tiles as well. I mean, your favor tiles were just like 3 steps on Earth and 3 steps on water, plus the water 2 bump. Yeah. It's a lot of cult wins, like cult points, without having to spend, I guess you could say 9 victory points on taking the 2 key town. It's like very efficient. Because what were your towns at the end of the day? A coin town, an 8-pointer, and a worker town.
Yeah, I was struggling for workers early, so I needed the worker town.
So, a question for you guys. In this color match, I mean, E6 looks very sad. It's some decent leech. I got, well, no, it's 4 free power that I got through the whole game, right? So it's pretty sad. is there a version of this color matchup where E6 isn't as sad? It's at least a temple, people upgrade around here, there's more leech, that kind of stuff. Like, or is there something to be learned from here that like double East is just what is supposed to, like, that's just how you're supposed to play this color matchup? Because the other weird thing is if I don't double East here, frankly, just starting on A7 is better. Because, I mean, it's just like better tempo at the cost of 4 free power throughout the game. Like, if this game played out exactly the same way it did, which I know is a hard thing to say, but like just starting on A7 here just would have been better.
Maybe. I mean, Xevoc gets another center town potentially, which is helpful. But like, I don't love starting E6, but I will say like double East has a lot of nice things. But occasionally, if you go double East, you get hemmed in for expansion room. Like it can be hard to actually find a third town. It can be hard to find enough hexes to contest network. So I don't know.
Yeah. I typically like double East, but as I said, it is better for both you and nomads. So, and it is maybe more better for nomads than it is for you. So. But usually in these kind of setups, I just do the double East. It is maybe even more leech for you because the dwarves are gonna upgrade there, and you get the leech from both sides, and you get 2 towns easily, and sometimes you get a third town, and the connection is usually doable, like D6, maybe B5, something like that. Sometimes you even like beat dwarves to D7 to make the connection that way. And the third town is possibility, like in the like south, like H5. If you get there before nomads, you can get the third town there. Or maybe get the third town where you did your second town now, but get it late.
Right. Ranior, where do you make up some lost... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Juho.
I was going to say nomads can't be taking all the territory because they will still want to be where mermaids are. So they can't take the center and the north and the south and the west.
I need to, And if halflings are not in the middle, I do 1 town in the middle, and then 1 in the west, and then 1 in the north or south, and the other will be left for halflings. And I think this was one of these examples where, like, I think the meta in BGA is that nomads don't start A5, but I really like that A5 start. If you can guarantee a neighbor, A5 is a great place to start. You lose some leech, but you like gain tempo, and you have all these options available for you if you start there. If you start G4 or E8, those are going to give some leech, but those are both very problematic spots for towns. So they are just for leech. And
right. Well, one of the interesting sort of meta developments for nomads on base map, and I don't think I shouldn't really characterize it as a development because there's still sort of two schools of thought here, but is that, like, I've heard some players talk about that, like, we almost over town too much sometimes with nomads, and that there's an argument for just playing more like shipping nomads reaching natural yellows. Zoras has mentioned it a bit. I've seen NerdCube play a couple games like this, and then like E8 becomes a launching pad for basically a bit of 2-ship expansion. Getting to B1, like stuff like that, and just sort of spanning out. Now, oftentimes when nomads do that and they ship, it's actually really bad for towns because they get to like H1 and they get to B1 and they get to I7 and they're just like all across the map, and it's like very hard to town. But it's just like to me, E8 is one of those hexes that either, if you know mermaids are going to be templing early, like with blue and gray both templing early, it's free leech, but also it sort of suggests less of a towny game and more of like a early shipping kind of natural hexes game, like less spades, more coins and shipping kind of stuff.
I think there is like opportunity for that kind of strategies as well as nomads. Like if there is like round 3, round 4, maybe even round 2 dwelling round. I think that kind of stuff can work. You take Earth 1 or you advance shipping twice, and then you just like do a lot of dwellings on the dwelling round, and that's cool. Or maybe there is a digging round 4. You can do that as well. But in this setup, there was trading posts late game, dwellings were early.
Right.
I think this kind of traditional town way of playing might have been better in this setup.
Right. Derange is just saying, earlier Derange made a comment that like to you where the game was won or lost was in rounds 3 or 4. I think we had a lot of discussion. I think that's when Xevoc, you and I did a lot of talking about trying to figure out the north and tempo and stuff like that. So maybe that's what Derange is referring to. He says there was a round where halflings could have possibly outstalled nomads by building E10, D8, passing on to temp ship, had 12 workers, could have hard dug, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know what the right line is there, but I do feel that like I didn't do what was correct. There was some weird tempo stuff. I felt like I could never get ahead of nomads there, and like didn't want to commit to anything because I just thought, like, I don't know, I didn't have a clear window into nomads game. I definitely feel like the mid game was a part. I lost some efficiency because I was sort of like playing cat and mouse through a bit as opposed to just like picking a line or I don't know, something.
Yeah, I think you were in difficult spot because I had 30 coins and 11 workers.
Yeah, so, fair enough.
How do you know what I will do?
Yeah.
And I had opportunity to do anything. I could do the shipping, I could do town, I could do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the line I picked was maybe the worst line for you because now you needed 3 ships to connect and get a town, and even the town was kind of tricky to get. If you get up there with 1 or 2 ships, you have much better economy and much better game probably.
Yeah.
And I was like on thin ice as well because I was kind of I had already committed Sanctuary to West. So the northern town I knew that it's surrounded by everybody, and it was kind of really I could have lost it if I make a single mistake up there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, guys. I really appreciate this. I
think.
Sorry, go ahead, Xevoc.
I think one thing that could have actually happened there is that if the dwarves would have taken the single dig action and not give me leech, then I would have had to hard dig B2 because I wouldn't have had the power to double dig, and I would still be forced to take B2 because otherwise halflings take it.
Right, that's
so I
true.
think that would have been very painful.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So maybe I should have actually taken. I had enough power to take the single dig, but I was kind of waiting for more leech so I don't have to burn so much. But maybe the best move would have been to secure the single dig
right
away and then sandstorm second action. But I was kind of greedy and sandstorm the first action. But if dwarves take the single dig, then that is really bad.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I could have done that.
This is awesome. Just before we wrap things up, do you guys have any sort of final comments or questions for each other, or anything you sort of wanted to say as we wrap things up?
So I was surprised at how Cavalier dwarves were with G3. And in retrospect, I should just have taken it at some point.
Right.
Yeah, I was worried you would do that, but then I take 4th instead of 3rd, and I don't care. I mean, I at that point of the game I was playing greedy. I could tell I was behind. Like, things hadn't broken well early. The spades didn't go in particularly great directions. It was kind of clear. I mean, also arguably my game plan wasn't correct in hindsight. It turns out. But yeah, like things were never going great. So I felt I had to just keep getting greedy to be able to take things when it would actually be good for me, and I got away with that, and at least got closer. But
yeah, and like the reason I didn't take G3 was because of the A10 threat, but realistically I should just have accepted that and the bridge if it was dug away. So I think that was a big mistake from my part, too much fear.
Yeah.
Right, and then that would have had pretty big network implications because then we would have had, what, has that worked, 9 points each?
Well, I might have tried then to advance dig sooner and gone through E8,
E8,
D6,
yeah.
but my network is still less probably, so I don't know how exactly that all works out.
Yeah,
It
fair
definitely,
enough.
gets wild, right? So
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the one tricky thing for mermaids. If they don't take C3, then they will have some tricky decisions later when they need to secure the connection, because getting to 5 ship costs a lot of resources, and it's good if you get the shipping tile, but otherwise it's not good.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
makes
true.
I
We
mean, they're
kind of
okay points anyway. It's 5
Yeah.
resources for 5 points.
Yeah. But often, well, you did have the resources, but those resources could have gone to taking more double digs earlier to like maybe have more network. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, cool, guys. Once again, thanks so much for coming on. We've been at it for 3 hours, so I don't want to hold you up any longer, but I appreciate just doing this with you guys and for spending the time as well afterwards, just doing this post game. As always, open invitation for any of you guys to come back on anytime you're interested in doing it. And thanks to the viewers who hung out with us this whole time. It was a pretty good crowd. Lots of really great comments and stuff in chat. In terms of announcing next open tables, I think on last week I posted like a list of players that were sort of teed up to be coming on for the next couple of weeks. That hasn't really changed. I haven't settled on tables yet, so just keep an eye in the Discord for posts about what the table configurations are going to look like and whether it's Friday night, Saturday, that kind of thing. So that's all for now, folks. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.